Money Bags, a channel helping you invest in yourself so we can invest in the future. Make sure you guys smash the like button, subscribe to the channel. Make sure the bell notification stays lit. You guys do not want to miss out on any future updates. You guys heard Jerome Powell talking today. No rate cuts for everybody, but a lot of bullish stuff if you guys ask me, because to me, the markets are looking really good. The markets held really well. We got the gorilla dancing in the background holding really well. We got XPX holding really well. And usually, when we have these meetings with Gigi, it gets a little sketchy, right? Gigi can scare the market. And I thought what was more interesting, more than anything, I don't know. I'm going to let you guys pull up and we'll be asking these questions. But the way that they were trying to get him to say how the tariffs are affecting stuff, he said there's no data that says that things have been affected. And I also want you guys to light up the chat. If you guys can tell me in your local city and where you're at, are gas prices cheaper? Because I've been living here for 4 years. This is the cheapest I've seen gas prices here in Las Vegas, everybody. $3.29? What? That's crazy cheap. So I thought today was pretty interesting with that meeting. Obviously, there was some more left on the table. I didn't finish watching the whole thing because we got the understanding there's not going to be no rate cuts. And you know what? The markets are holding good. Bitcoin's holding really good. We're less than $4,000 away from $100,000 Bitcoin, everybody. Less than $4,000 away from 100K BTC. So I think there's a lot of maturing that has to happen in the market. Let's open an X page so we can make sure that we're live as the room fills up. Appreciate you guys pulling up. Those who are pulling up, I know it's late for the people across the pond, but I had to catch that meeting. And there's a lot of things being set up, like IRL stuff for XPX this month. So the streams are going to be a little bit later. I even had to sleep in because I've been staying up to like almost 5 o'clock in the morning doing things. So this is a point in the market where you got to go full dev, especially when there's a big thing going on. I've been in contact with Kid and Walt and everybody like that. So this is a time where you got to dig deep and really make sure that XPX gets the exposure that it deserves. Shout out to the Bitcoin Barbie. I know she's going to Consensus. We're going to be talking to her, see if we can get XPX over there as well. Like that, XPX has been to, Mexico City. XPX is going to go to the Bitcoin conference, to the Litecoin conference, possibly to the XRP conference, and possibly to Consensus. If the Bitcoin Barbie wants to represent us there, we definitely want to support her. This space, as you guys know, and you guys who are really, really rock with me, those who are tapped in with XPX, you guys know that this is more than just building a project. Like, we got TK doing this thing. We got Ali now doing this shield the beans. This is about building people up. So I want to support people and help them grow into space, because there's so much meat on the bone that you don't have to be that person. You don't have to be that guy. You don't have to be that girl that's like, a little bit envious or being jealous or anything like that. When you buy some cybers, when XPX pump, when you buy some, pump it up, pump it up. So this is much bigger than just building just XPX. This is about building the whole space up together. I was on a call with Prophet Bear earlier today. You guys know that's Prophet Bear from Jesus Coin, one of the lead community members of Jesus Coin. We were having some really good discussions. And a lot of people ask when pump, when this. I'm building an infrastructure, man. If you want pump, there's so many pumps that you can go and chase, and I'm sure that you'll probably get dumped on as well. So at the end of the day, this is about building an infrastructure for the future of finance. This is the bigger picture. This is Amazon when it's only shipping books. Like, if you're worried about, when Amazon was only shipping books, when the chart was going to pump and when Amazon was going to do good, you're most likely going to paper hand an Amazon when it's only shipping books. You're most likely going to paper hand when Elon Musk was only doing, just one car. So, there's a lot of things in the market that I feel like people have to mature in understanding. There's different categories of projects and how you invest into these projects. Are you looking for just pump? Well, there's a lot of that. You can find that, man. We'll even help you find some of that on this channel. So make sure you guys subscribe. But, if you're looking for long-term investments, if you're looking for projects that are building the future today, we also have that here. And it's not just XPX. It's Feg Token building its Smart DeFi Launchpad, which I use to launch XPX with David, Marlon, and Ali. But there's also a lot of great products out there. The AQuads guy, AI Alpha, is going to be doing some cool stuff when he's ready to release his project. And it's really, you can have a little bit of pump fun, right? But you also have to look at and address things differently. You don't talk to the cat like the way you talk to the dog, right? Saphir, my brother, oh my God, I love seeing you here, bro. You don't even know, man. Bro, I love you so much. You don't even know. I was like, man, oh man, I'll take a flight. I'll go find you. I'll go find you, bro. I'm telling you, bro. And I'm not big on all that stuff, but when I seen that come up and where you're at and everything, I was like, man, bro, like was good. But I'm so happy to see you. You don't even know, bro. Like I'm happy to see you, bro. Much love and respect to you and your family. Let me know, tap in with me. Let's get on the call. I want to make sure that we can help you out. If you need help, whatever we can do, I got so much respect for you, bro. And for you and your family, because obviously you come from a great family, bro. You're a great guy. So you obviously come from a great mother and father that, raised an amazing son. And that's now my friend, right? So, yeah, let's make sure that we lock in, bro. We lock in. Yeah, I'm glad to see you here, man. You don't even know, bro. I'm so glad to see you. But yeah, so Saphir is in the building, everybody. That's awesome, and I love this man right here. He's an amazing person, amazing, community person in XPX, investor, but more than anything, a true friend, and has helped out the channel, has helped out on X, and a guy that doesn't even go out tooting his horn or anything like that. So I have to come on here and give him his flowers. So much love to you, brother. But appreciate you guys pulling up. We got AD pulling up as well. What's up, everybody? I want you guys, especially those in the States, I want you guys to let me know, are gas prices cheaper than they were before? Okay, because I'm so like everybody's trying to like tariffs, and oh, he's messing up. I've never seen the prices in Las Vegas be these prices. I've been here 4 years. It was brutal. Okay. And I'm a numbers person. I don't care if you're orange man, bad man, or you like the guy who can't talk. It doesn't matter to me. What I like is the numbers need to add up. Numbers don't lie. People lie out the side of their neck. Okay. And I want to see how many delusional, if we have any delusional people in here, but I want you guys to be honest with yourselves and be honest with the channel. Are gas prices cheaper in your city as of late? Because I mean, they're $3.29. You can't even complain with that $3.29 a gallon here in Las Vegas. We're not even talking about like we're in Arkansas or something like that. Gas prices over there must be looking crazy, like two something. That's like prices that I saw when I was growing up. So that pipeline being opened up and lowering prices for Americans is super important, so Americans have extra money to invest into maybe cryptocurrency, maybe I don't know, put some new grass in the backyard because Nevada burnt it up. I love Orange Man, Bad Man. Dude, it's crazy how people are like, they don't see it. They don't get it. I don't know. Are gas prices cheaper by you? Because, today we're going to let this fill up a little bit because I want to go over like this little GG stuff, Jerome Powell and this talk. We did not get no rate cuts, but if you listen to that one lady, that reporter, yuck. I just wanted to like, I usually don't comment, but I just wrote shh, like a big old, that's one of my favorite things to do when I just don't want to hear. I just go shh, quiet. You're lying. You're lying, and you're trying to force a narrative that's not true. And I'm glad that Jerome Powell asked, because she was asking, are they seeing the data that tariffs has actually, and she was trying to bring up the ports, which if you guys go look on YouTube, there's actually people who have broken down how people are saying that there's less cargo shipments and all that stuff. They're actually covering a spot where that port is no longer open. They're covering a port in Washington that is used to store new cars that are being manufactured. But if you look at all the other ports, they're just as packed as before. So there's a lot of fugazi stuff going on, man. The media needs to be disbanded. I agree, bro, and need to be thrown in jail, being traitors, absolutely. And what's scary is that people are believing this. But all it takes is like for you not to complain and just go do your own research, not to trust these random people that they live in mansions that you don't live in, and they're trying to push a narrative. Like that lady was like trying to get Jerome Powell to say that the tariffs have already. They have no data to prove. Now they're saying that maybe later on it could, but at this rate, gas is cheaper, prices are cheaper. So I don't know. Are you guys a numbers person, or you guys are, a feelings person? Because I'm a very technical person. I don't got time to be in my feelings and get wrecked in this market and be more worried about orange man, bad man, when it's like, bro, you need to get more money so you can get out of the trouble that you're in right now. Hating somebody else, I don't even hate the other side. I really don't care. If the other side could pull off cheaper prices, I'd be on that side. I'm a winner. I go where the winners are at. That's what I like to do. I mean, I was raised in a democratic state, bro. I grew up so poor, it's not even funny. I was talking to Ali last night because also all of XPX. If you guys see Danielle, I think that person has went rogue. They have. I guess they put a curse on me yesterday, and but it's like these things are like you got to understand, like, if you better your life and you don't get lost in the sauce, you don't have too much to complain about, right? You need to be a little bit more technical and not be driven so much by emotion. I want more numbers in here. We got 35 people. We're gonna let it build up just a little bit more as I rant. You guys know that I'm good at that, so we'll rant a little bit as prices are holding really good. But if you guys have time, I want you to be able to dissect, and it's not even that far in when there's a reporter. It's a lady, and she's like trying to push this narrative of the tariff stuff. And wait, what happened? We'll talk about it in the chat. We'll talk about it in the chat. But supposedly I got a curse put on me, and I'll be. I don't know. I don't know. I got somebody lighting candles on me or something, everybody. So if you guys can counter that, however that works. But if their curses work, wouldn't you just make wouldn't you just make a curse to make you rich? Like, why waste your time burning good candles, to do some kind of seance to curse somebody else that has done nothing wrong to you? Why don't you just light some candles and and get your little seance to work for your bag, right? So we're up like 30% on the week. We're doing absolutely fantastic, Saphir. XPX is doesn't Truflation say 1.7%. Bro, it's crazy, man. It's honestly crazy how people will push a narrative and it's not fact, it's not there. It's just ideas that are actually not concrete. And that's why I love this space. We get to connect with real people who are into space. But I've also seen people that even if you show them the numbers, they're so caught up in their feelings, they don't want to hear it. They just want to say, I hate him. I hate him. He's dumb. He's orange and he's rich. What? That's all? That's what you got? Things feel better already. I'm going to tell you that right now. Things are cheaper. I can tell I'm constantly purchasing stuff. Things are cheaper. And but it's just weird to me, like how people would try to push a narrative like that. And I'm sure everybody's pumping gas, whether you're on the left or the right. Don't tell me that gas was $4.50, almost. It would almost hit $5 the last administration. The whole time I've been here in Las Vegas, it is $3.29. If it was like $3.90, that would even look good. If it was $4, that would look good. The fact that it's $3.29, those are like, I don't know, like 10 years ago prices or something. I think back when he was president again, the last time it was these prices. So I really don't understand, but it's not my job to understand. It's just my job to get in my lane, understand that there's going to be a group of people who don't want to see the big picture. They'll rather just complain about this stuff and not take advantage of this market. I'm here to take advantage of the market. If you guys want to take advantage of this market with me, when there was a 2008 crash, people still got rich. People still got rich during COVID, right? People with the pharmaceuticals got rich. I made a lot of money, trading INO. Every time they put more fear corn on TV, I bought more pharmaceuticals. I bought stocks in INO. I bought some mask stocks, and the more fear corn they pumped out to people, and I saw the people actually buying this, what I did was eventually own 15 motorcycles, a horse, a King Ranch dually truck. I mean, it was crazy. And while everybody else was complaining, I was spending time with a horse named Paradise on a ranch during the whole COVID thing. I didn't participate in COVID. I worked from home. I was trading. I was going to the ranch and riding my motorcycles. That's about it. That's about it. And this is going to continue to happen. It's going to be dressed up differently. Maybe it's a pandemic. Maybe it's a recession. Maybe they want to use tariffs. But I want you guys to put your feelings to the side and really make some economical gains for you and your family and your loved ones and possibly people to come. So we're reaching some good numbers. The media is Democrat propaganda. Hey, bro, it's crazy, man. I feel bad for a lot of people. It's sad. But that's what they want to do. It's not like I want to feel bad for them, because I think feeling bad is a bad energy that you want to put on yourself. But I'm actually disappointed, if I would say anything, because you can show them, and that's why I don't even tell people that much. I just go like this. Sure, because there's nothing you can tell them, right? They've already made a decision to hate, and just like love is a strong emotion, right? You got your polar opposites, right? Does not love make you blind? Well, what's the opposite of love? Hate, right? Just like you got left, you got right. You can't have one without the other. And a lot of times these things that have these polar opposites also have a lot of attributes that are the same. And just like love is blinding, I'm sure we've all been in a relationship where we let somebody get away with too much stuff, or maybe where if it was not for love, you would not stand for that. And people do the same thing with hate. Hate isn't a very strong emotion, and it's a blinding emotion. It's an emotion that is so strong that, once you're so caught up in it, it's like, you'll see a girl that's with a guy that's beating on her, and she's so in love that she'll just stay. And you'll see the same thing with somebody with hate. You can show them that actually things are different, and because they're so involved in that emotion of hate that they can't move on. They just can't. So I've stopped already when I see somebody go down that path and they're chanting orange man, bad man. I just let them go, man. I just let them, hey, go ahead and chant on. I'm going to keep printing like crazy. And I'm going to set up, a nice beach house for, all my crypto investors to come visit. And we're just going to party together, man. We're just going to have a good time. And I know everything I'm saying is not probably popular, but I'm not here to be popular. I'm here to be your friend. I'm just one of you guys, right? So I know it might divide the channel. Some people might unsubscribe. Some people might even leave, whatever. I'm just here to make sure that we win. And that's what really matters to me. They don't even want to learn. I know it's crazy. And that's why I just go like this. And I mean, I've heard it, man. I mean, even people that are venting to me and they're like, he's messing up the market. I'm like, yeah. Because there's nothing I can tell them. There's nothing they've already decided. Just like you can't tell a girl that's, in an abusive relationship, or even a guy, man. We've seen that a lot too. So, all right, I appreciate you guys pulling up. That was a nice little rant for a good 13 minutes, letting the numbers pick up. I know these streams are a little bit later in the afternoon, but like I said, there's a lot of stuff going on with XPX this month, so there's a lot of moving parts that I got to be on top of. I've actually been getting like almost no sleep. I usually wake up super early, like around either 3 to 5 in the morning. But if I'm going to sleep at that time, I'm obviously going to wake up a little bit later than that because I'm going to sleep at these times at 3 or 4, 5 o'clock in the morning because there's just a lot of moving parts going on right now. I was on a call with Prophet Bear earlier, which is one of the top leads in Jesus Coin. He's really attached to the crypto church and everything they're doing. I was telling them about the conference I went to the other day, and was talking to churches, was talking to a lot of retail, a lot of boomers and normies that want to come into the space. And I want to try to help out, excuse me, I want to try to help out these individuals to better their project, better their business and stuff like that. So I was giving Prophet Bear some alpha and some stuff that they can do in the future. And I have no doubt that XPX will continue to fill these gaps because all things are a payment. So let's start off right here with Bitcoin. My people of cryptocurrency that I love so much. I appreciate you guys. Even if we have 45 people or 4,500 people, I just want to say thank you guys for really pulling up. Crypto Church. Yes. And you got to think about it, AD, is like, somebody has to bring Web 2 to Web, or bring the church from Web 2 to Web 3. I was talking to Prophet Bear today, and I didn't know because I don't go to church. If you read the Bible, 2 Corinthians, it says, "Thee not know that thee is the temple of the Holy Spirit." So you already are that. You already are the church if you keep yourself pure and stuff like that. So, I don't really go to these places, but he told me that that they're already like accepting credit cards because a lot of people don't carry cash with them anymore. And I didn't know that because I haven't gone in so long. I do have the Bible right there, so I do like to read. I mean, there's a lot of wisdom in that. I call it the book of many books because it's not just one book. It's a collection of wisdom and many books. And I like to study it. I really do. It's an amazing. And I've studied other religions as well. I mean, I want to learn. I like to consume information and make my own decision on it myself without nobody pulling me in any direction or trying to guilt trip me into believing their narrative or anything like that, right? But so there's an opportunity to obviously have a QR code for people to come into a church and donate cryptocurrency. I told him he has my word, everything that sets up with the thing with XPX is like when you get set up with XPX, you're not just getting set up with XPX, you get massive amount of marketing done through me, with boots on the ground, going to these events. You also get live streams nonstop. So, you get a lot when it comes to, being close to XPX and being close to the channel, because I'm going to get the word out there for you guys no matter what. I think everybody knows by now that I'm grinding nonstop. So let's check out Bitcoin's prices. It had went all the way up to $97,738 and had it kind of like the day's range is 97,000, close to 98, and the lowest is 95,008, which is pretty amazing because a lot of people still want to be very bummed out and I don't know. There's like I don't know. It's just it doesn't make sense to me when really Bitcoin's less than $4,000 away from $100,000. And these same people that want to be bummed out, these archetypes, these type of people that don't want to see the opportunity, they're the same type of personality that didn't see it going to $1,000. They didn't see it going to 10,000. They said it would never hit 100,000, and there it goes. It hit 100,000, and I'm sure that we're gonna keep going up. We're going to have some very, very exciting times. Bitcoin would definitely break into the yellow. Anywhere in this yellow, I'm very happy with, right? But in the short term, obviously there's going to be market fluctuations. There's going to be dips. There's going to be rips. There's going to be people crying. There's going to be people buying. But right now, we have Bitcoin clearly headed in the direction of all-time high, which is very excited for you guys who are ignoring the noise, right? You guys are not out there complaining. You guys are out here doing something about this market and really taking it to the next level. And most of the people who are buying Jesus Coin are probably solid people. So it would be fun to have a partnership with them. Absolutely, Saphir. Absolutely. And I mean, they got brand recognition. They're solid people. And you need a little bit of a blend, right? It can't just be degeneracy nonstop. Like my ears don't want to hear it. Like yesterday I was in a space with the gorillas, and some girl came up in there, and it was funny for like about 3 minutes and 33 seconds. That's about it. Yeah, about 3 minutes and 33 seconds. And I just had to bounce, right? And it's like, I like to hear about prosperity. I like to hear about people trying to solve problems. How can I don't, obviously, sometimes it's fun to have fun and listen to some of these spaces, but I'm on a mission, and I need to feel like this conversation is making moves towards that mission to be completed, right? So my time is very precious, and when I see somebody that's slurring words and being obnoxious, it's like, I'm not going to give you my time that I could be printing right now to listen you vent on your slurs and stuff like that. I'm good. So BTC headed towards this all-time high. You guys know how we got it marked up over here. If you guys look at this chart on the weekly chart, I mean, come on now. Is that not a sexy looking chart, everybody? I mean, come on. That's a great looking chart. And we got some very, very nice prices for BTC to go to that I'm very sure that it's going to hit, right? We know that we're going to be breaking all-time high, right? Oh, what happened to all my lines? So we'll be breaking all-time high right here. Boom, $110,000. Bitcoin will break that. Okay, don't let anybody else tell you otherwise. Bitcoin will break that. What happens after that will be pretty interesting, right? Is this going to be where we top out right here and then we come back down to maybe this range again, right? We don't want to see that. But so long as we're at this above this 50 moving average, the market feels good. And I mean, I watched another video of Mr. Wonderful. I mean, you have to understand that a lot of people are pitching their story. Like Mr. Wonderful is over here, invested into Circle or USDC, and he's pushing his own narrative, to invest into these things. But yeah, he owns Bitcoin and stuff like that. He's saying that there's no way that there's going to be a Bitcoin reserve. Bro, there's already a Bitcoin reserve signed. It's already happening. But when you follow the money and you follow the paper trail, you understand why that narrative is so, right? Because it's in his best interest. It's in his best interest to push this narrative because he's the one who has already a lot of dollars. So he needs to find a way to have his already dollars that he's accumulated and made a lot of money. How can I turn that into USDC and make it where I continue to carry my wealth and not have to, use my money to buy crypto? Guess what, buddy? You're going to have to buy Bitcoin. You should have been buying it a long time ago. You're going to have to buy it at these prices. You can either tuck your tail right now, or I don't know what you're going to do, Mr. Wonderful. And I love you on Shark Tank. I mean, in some downtime, I like to watch Shark Tank. I think it's pretty cool. But you can tell that people have like a little bitterness because they missed out on Bitcoin, and they need to understand that you still have not missed out. Even the little guy, I don't care how much money you have. You can have a very little bit every week. Accumulate a little bit of Bitcoin, accumulate a little bit of XPX, right? Keep accumulating because just follow the money. That's just follow what the big money is doing, everybody. So, I'm excited to be here with you guys. That meeting with Jerome Powell was pretty exciting. Not exciting, but there was no rate cuts. But I think I like to read in between the lines, the stuff that's not being said and, is being disguised. But like that part of that lady trying to get him to say that they're feeling the effects of tariffs. And he said, no, we're not. There's no economical data to show that the tariffs have done anything at this point. And like I said, if you guys go to YouTube, go look at people pushing a false narrative. The port that they're saying is not getting a lot of container ships is a port that was bought out to store new cars that are being manufactured. That port has been closed for over, I don't know, 5 years or something like that, and has been sold to a company so they can put all their new cars that they're manufacturing to park them there. You go look at any of the other ports in that same section of Washington, it's packed. You think you're just going to be able to cut off a supply chain like that? From one word saying tariffs one time and the supply chain gets cut? No. So I don't know about you guys. Effect for Life XPX2, what's up, man? Is gas cheaper by you over there in your hometown? I want some people to let me know. Have you guys seen? I don't know if maybe Vegas is just doing this. I need you guys to let me know it. I need to check the temperature. But gas is cheaper than I've ever seen it here in the 4 years that I've been here in Vegas. The cheapest. It's just cheaper. Everything's cheaper. Everything is cheaper. So I don't know where they're getting this narrative to push, but they're selling it. I'm not buying it. The only thing I'm buying is XPX, and I've already accumulated enough Bitcoin to just let it sit there. It's on a cold wallet storage. I just leave it alone, and that's just what it is, right? So here we go, man. Let's start off right here with BTC. I see the numbers picking up. Appreciate you guys pulling up. I know it's a late afternoon for my people across the pond, but we're still going to do what we have to do after that Jerome Powell meeting and letting you guys know, hey, prices are holding good. No rate cuts. Things are still pumping, and it just shows you that sometimes, you know, you'll have FOMC meetings at the same time when the technicals are already going down, and it'll just like it'll add to that sell-off. But look at today, Bitcoin holding less than $4,000 away from $100,000. That's what an FOMC meeting, no rate cuts, no nothing, and some lady, I don't know, some lady trying to push a false narrative. She even tried to like bring it back up, and I was like, shh, please, lady, stop with the shenanigans. You're so selfish. You're such a liar. You need help. Yo, Rico, hope you are having a good day. Speedy, the turtle pulling up. Yeah, man, I'm having a great day. Sold both of my cars, moving to Thailand on Sunday, but India war made my flight okay for longer. Man, I love that you just said that. Eric, if you don't mind me asking, where are you moving from? You sold both your cars and you're out of here. He said, I'm gone, baby. I'm going to Thailand. That's awesome, man. Eric, we got to tap in. We got to get some marketing done in Thailand, bro, and support your movement. You guys know I launched XPX on Smart DeFi, but we're at this point where we're getting our boots on the ground. And we should be in Thailand too. Why not? Definitely going to most likely be taking over locking down Metzco, because I heard talking to the Bitcoin Barbie that one of their providers went down, which is, you know, really good for somebody like XPX because we're already functioning over there, making things happen. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Rico, I could use a care package containing pictures of TK's feet. No worries. I got that covered. So 4-hour chart, you know, we could see Bitcoin come down to here. I want you guys to understand that even if you see, like, let's say, like, you know, we almost broke under the 50 right here and we came down to here. Even if Bitcoin came down to 87, 88, that is still very bullish. And if you zoom out, you can see where all these prior prices mean something, right? And these local spots will kind of pop up again. Could it come down here to the point of control? Could it go even lower? Yeah, because that's exactly where that prior area is kind of lingering around, right? Right around here. You see how close these tops are, how close it is to that lower value range. The thing is that we already bounced off of it. So I think that's set in stone. Maybe we'll bounce off of this one. And it does change and adjust. But I really think that we're in a really, really nice uptrend when you look at the market and how this thing has really turned out for us. I'm really excited for what's going on. We'll judge the market right here when it gets back to the all-time high. Does it go higher? Does it do one of these? You know, nobody's got a crystal ball. But, you know, if you're long on the market, you're gonna be right eventually. You guys see CZ, right? You guys know CZ's been right nonstop when everybody said no, this, no, that. CZ's talking about Bitcoin going to 500,000 or $1 million this bull run, which is kind of crazy to think about. But if you get the whole world to adopt cryptocurrency, that is very, very, that is going to happen. That's very realistic. Problem is time difference. Now it's 4 a.m. Yeah, we'll work it out. You know, my sleep schedule's off, bro. My sleep schedule's off. I've been grinding nonstop. Like I said, I've been staying up to like 5 a.m. for XPX, and usually I'm waking up at 3 to like 4, sometimes 5, but I'm actually going to sleep at these times. There's a lot of moving parts going on right now for XPX behind the scenes. We got a lot of conferences going on. I know that everybody don't understand how much actually goes into this, but that's my duty to make sure of that, right? You guys hold it down for me on the board, on the chart, on the TG, and let me do my part as I get XPX in front of everybody and make sure that we continue to grow this thing together. So Long-term bullish on Bitcoin. We could have some corrections, but I could see something like this happening. It could just pop like this and go to 103, maybe come down to here and continue back up. So markets are looking really good. This is a good sign that after Jerome Powell talks, that nothing bad happens to the market. So let's go to Ethereum now. We're seeing a little bit of a pullback under 1800. Nothing too much to be worried about. If you guys are bullish on Speedy, let me see some turtles in the chat. If you guys are liking Speedy right now, let me see some turtles in the chat. If you plan on buying some more Speedy, let me see some turtles in the chat. And the reason I'm bringing you guys up, obviously you guys pulled up with your community, but I also want you guys to understand that, do you guys want to be aping into Speedy when Ethereum's 3,400? Or when Ethereum's, $4,000? Or do you want to see this opportunity right here of knowing that ETH is historically always trailing behind BTC and is barely breaking over the 50 moving average? And if we look at BTC, when I told everybody when it was barely breaking over this, here goes that I told you so. It's doing that very same pattern of barely breaking over the 50, shaking people out. You see this candle shaking people out, wicking underneath the 50, but really holding above, having some confirmation candles and everything. And then you got this one right here, this candle right here with the body of the candle breaking past all of this. This is like that entry candle, if you wanted to call it that. If these look too choppy for you, this is a nice candle where it just broke all of these right here. And this is like that entry candle. And then boop, 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 right? And you're getting this opportunity on ETH right now. You're getting an opportunity on ETH where you guys can get your ETH at a discount and start loading up on Speedy now, because ETH is going to go higher. ETH is going to go higher. And when ETH goes higher, Speedy goes higher. So how high can ETH go? Look, everybody, this is, it gets almost kind of simple at some point. This is that 50 moving average. It's going to trade upwards of this thing. It's very slow, but this is that price. Do you want to wait to ETH is $2,400 to buy more Ethereum, to buy more Speedy? I don't know. That's up. I'm not a financial advisor. That's up to you. Do you want to buy more Ethereum at $3,400 to buy more Speedy? Or maybe it's the time to accumulate right here, because Bitcoin gives you like a window to look into the future almost. Like Bitcoin is the Mona Lisa, and it's like a crystal ball to give you a glimpse, a little glimpse of what could be happening with other projects. And here we go. Ethereum, I have no doubt. People are trying to push a narrative on Ethereum. Ethereum's dead. Ethereum this. Well, you know what? That's not going to happen. Because right now, Bitcoin qualifies for a Bitcoin reserve with the type of market cap that it has. If Ethereum 2x's or a little bit over 2x and gets close to a little bit more than right here, so over 500 billion, a little bit more than 2x, those are some of the qualifications to have that reserve to happen. So I'm sure that, it can happen. Can ETH 2-3x? Absolutely. Could we possibly hear about a ETH reserve in the future? I don't know. That'd be pretty cool. We already have ETH ETFs that didn't do nothing to the price, actually pulled the price back. But what it did was start to bring people in and start this accumulation phase. So I'm very bullish on ETH. I've never been really an ETH maxi. I used it quite a bit. If I would have just bought it and held it, or just held everything that I bought in 2017, I mean, we'd be in a whole different situation right now. But that's shoulda, coulda, wouldas, and I don't live in that realm. I live in the now. Right now, I have full control. I don't live in the past. It is what it is. I'm not anxious or have anxiety about the future. Right now is where Rico Moneybags has full control in the moment to make things happen. And in this moment, if you reverse the past and those past prices, Ethereum's looking very cheap for anybody that's looking for some price increase to happen. That's going to happen with Ethereum. Okay. So shout out to all the ETH people that's been pulling up to the channel. Those shorts are just climbing nonstop. They just keep getting views. Like, I know that the streams the views are a little bit lower lately, and, the market's kind of slowed down, and the hype kind of leaves for a second. But if you guys go to the shorts that I've been making, a lot of them are getting over 1,000 views easily. Some would just shoot up like that automatically. So I'm really liking that we're able to make these live streams, and I'm able to cut them up and make some shorts out of them, because it's bringing a lot of new eyes. Let me give you guys the numbers, because like I said, I'm a numbers person, not a feelings person, where like Orange Man, Bad Man stuff, I don't do that. The numbers are this month alone, because of shorts, we have gotten 87,000 more views, because they're putting these shorts on people's phones, right? More people got phones than laptops. Not everybody's walking around with a laptop. So these shorts My last Ethereum one that I just posted, 772 views. You know, even a Michael Saylor short's getting crazy views. So make sure that you guys engage with these shorts. They're getting crazy amount of views. But just this month, we've gotten over 87,000 more views due to the shorts that we're making. So these live streams, they're going to pick up. Don't worry, we're going to bring that 87,000 right into here. Maybe we even go viral with a short that makes the channel really explode. So here we go. We got Solana, everybody. Good old Solana. Remember I told you guys over here when Solana was first breaking out the 50 moving average, and I was like, hey, everything like Bitcoin has been in a downtrend since February. It's just been underneath the 50 moving average, little fakes, all this stuff. I was like, hey, it's starting to break out like BTC is doing. It's doing the same thing that BTC did before we had a nice little rally from 84,000 to 97,000 now. Well, here you guys go. I was telling you guys right here, it was around this price right here, this first one 130. It went all the way up to 156. And I literally said, hey, most likely there's going to be a retest. Did I not say that, everybody? And just continuation. So long as Bitcoin keeps pumping, that this was going to be a retest trade that you can trade once it bounces off to 50 and goes to 160, 236, or come up to 267. That's going to happen. That is going to happen. There's things that are designed to get you to like be scared in the market, to lose your money, to chase false projects, keep chasing pumps. People who pretend they're not the ones launching and say, I just found this. It's them. Well, I don't know if you guys are ever going to figure that out, but they're like new launch. It's them. It's them. So here we go, man. We got Solana looking really good. All of these Solana meme coins are most likely going to do see some price intake. Try to stay away from the cabal plays. Can you make money on the cabal play? Absolutely. Can you get wrecked? 100%, because all of their boys have all the wallets already. All right. So, really be careful on here. I'm not saying that there's no good plays. There's absolutely a ton of good plays. And it's not just Solana. There's rugs on BNB. There's rugs on ETH. There's all kinds of, malicious devs out there, farming the heck out of people. The price just won't go and stuff. And they're just, farming. And you got to realize that stuff, man. You got to really take advantage of that. And maybe you do want to be a Solana meme coin investor. Find one that's actually working and doing something for you guys. And you're not being farmed and just led down the path while the market's going to take off on you and you're left holding the same amount. So Solana's looking really good. Retest trade and then the continuation. Let's go to BNB, see where BNB's at. We're also going to check out Avalanche. It's important to check these all out. Man, BNB gets listed on Binance or Coinbase, and that'll be a new wave. Here goes BNB under 600. It does its own thing sometimes. When we were in a downtrend since February, we had BNB wick down and come all the way up to its normal prices when BTC and everything else was pulling back. So, BNB is definitely making some things happen. We're going to see this thing curl up. Where's the next target for BNB? 628. The higher range, the upper value range, is going to be up here about a little over $700. A little over $700. Are we still going to have a BNB over $1,000? Absolutely. Absolutely. There's no way that BTC is going to pump all the way up here. The minute somebody says it's not going to, mute them. Move around. They're the same people who said it wouldn't hit $1,000. They're not the exact same person, but they're new people in the market that act exactly the same. I don't know if you guys ever heard of the Myers-Briggs test, but yeah, those people fall under that personality type that continues to just sound like a broken record, and it's like new people, but same kind of archetype that is saying it's not going to go to 1 million. It's going to pump. It's going to pump. Is it going to hit 1 million? This one, CZ's extra bullish. I don't know. I'm being conservative. I want it to go what I've seen before. CZ must know something that I don't know, which is understandable. But if I saw it go to 225 million, $250,000, that'd be cool with me. And even if it pulled back into the blue and went to 160,000 Bitcoin, that's not a bad pullback. We won't see these prices ever again. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. If somebody's trying to discourage you, there's a lot of fudsters out there. There's a whole bunch of shorts that are about to get liquidated at 100K. People were shorting it since 100K. I cannot wait for them to get liquidated. You are working yourself to get broke by shorting Bitcoin. CZ has been right over the years. Why? Because eventually, if you're a bull long enough, you win. The market has only been going up. The S&P has only been going up. If you're a bull long enough and you're not patient, or if you're patient, if you're not impatient and you can like diamond hand, the bulls always win. The bulls always win. But that's the thing. They have to create all this chaos and stuff like that. So like that, you will paper hand and not see that this thing has just been going up nonstop. You know, you could have bought the S&P 500 at any of these years. And was there dips? Were there news media saying, oh my God, the market's over, this, that? And of course, there's going to be a bunch of that noise so the rich can continue to get rich. And then you paper hand your positions. But CZ has proven all you got to do is buy and hold, and the bulls will outrun the bears for sure. So they're going to be getting liquidated very soon. If you're a bear and you're shorting, good luck. Good luck, because we're going to go into the yellow on BTC. And when we go into the yellow, you're going to see ETH go up. You're going to see XRP go up. You're going to see BNB go up. You're going to see Solana go up. All of this is going to go up. You're going to see Avalanche go up. This is the rising tide. Anytime there's a little dip in the market, just take advantage of it. Honestly, just take advantage. I will let you know transparently, even as a project developer, because there's things that are developing XPX and make it scalable and sustainable. Because even when the market turns red, guess what people still have to do? Guess what people still have to do when the market gets red and is bearish? They still have to spend money. They still have to off-ramp their crypto. So that's why I have no problem. When the market's done, I'll let you guys know. We're probably going to see multi-million-dollar transactions happening through our pay portal because people will be exiting the market. But that's why we've designed a project that no matter if the market is green or red, that you're receiving passive income through our staking rewards. You're able to take out a loan if you want. You can burn the tokens and not have to pay it back. But really, we created a business model behind this project to make sure it doesn't matter the market conditions. It's always going to make sense. And allows me not to be fugazi with you guys. When the market reaches its top, I'm going to let you guys know. It's up here. I want yellow, and if we get even a little bit of love, orange, whoo, Bitcoin orange, and that's what I'm waiting for. If it happens this year, cool. If it happens next month or by the end of the year, cool. Even if it took to a little bit later, you know how usually after December there's that like pump that happens, or during December there's that sporadic pump that happens. I'm cool with that, so long as it happens. Those are clues to me that we are on the right track to retire, to enjoy the rest of our lives, to leave something behind for our families, and that we're on the right track. I'm not looking for this quick buck stuff. I'm looking for generational wealth. I'm not looking just for this moment and this. No, I want money to be in my family long after I'm gone. And yeah, that's what we're going to do. So we're building that right now. So let's go to Avalanche. You guys see Jerome Powell right there. No rate cuts, everybody. Market's still looking good. BNB looking good. Don't buy it. Don't wait for BNB to be $1,200 to buy it. You know, if you got some money sitting on the side, just snatch it up, hold it. It's going to go up. Let's go to AVAX next. It's on a discount price, back at 18, or back at right here. Back at $19. That's fine. Most likely we'll see Arena's price go down as well. Let's go to Arena really quick and we'll link these up together. And then we'll go into Smart DeFi. We'll talk about Fed token. Shout out to the Gorillas. You know, you see AVAX pulling back, giving you a nice discount price on the Arena, right? So let's check out AVAX. And then we'll get, we also talked about AVAX doing, the retest trade, right? And it's broke underneath the 50 moving average. So you could say, hey, Rico, maybe it's time to get out of this, right? If we look and we zoom out, we could technically come in this zone right here, like zoom out and look to the left. You know, you could see it come down to $17. You could see it come down to $15 and even as low as $14. You do not want to be sad when this happens. You want to say, hey, I'm an AVAX investor. I'm so happy that I got this opportunity to buy more AVAX at these prices, because AVAX is going to have its moment, right? Right now, you could be a little bit cautious. It broke underneath the 50, but sometimes these things happen when they like do a little fake and then go up. And this is why we layer the time frames to get a real understanding of what's going on. So this is understandable why we're on the daily breaking underneath, right? So what price is this? So that $17 range, we could definitely fill this gap and then bounce back up off of this. There's also some prior price right here at $18.50, which is where I think we probably make a stop and turn back around. So keep an eye on AVAX if you're interested in AVAX, if you like the chain. I don't hold too much AVAX. I'm not really close to the chain. I'm holding some and holding some Arena, and not even that much, just because it could pop off and be just because I need to show myself that I can find these. I know when it's a hero or when it's a zero, and this is a hero right here. This is going to be a hitter. So AVAX, discount prices on AVAX today, $19. You could see some lower prices, but you don't want to time it too much. You might just want to accumulate because we know BTC is going to pump. We see things being developed on AVAX. You know, imagine if we had. I'm not gonna say that. That's too bullish. That's too much alpha. I just had an idea. I'm not gonna say that one. Somebody will go do it today. But I'm gonna save that one. I'm gonna save that one. Let's go back over here. Let's not even say that. But there's a lot of opportunity here. There's a lot of opportunity right here. If Rico isn't talking, I mute them. Man, I'm telling you, because sometimes it's just weird to space. People want to drag you down. It's like they're. You gotta understand, there are crazy people out there that they don't care. You know, there's some people that don't even have. They don't care. They want to get over on people. So, you know, they'll lie to you. They don't have no morals. You know, there's a lot of people out here that they don't care. You know, I just got a curse put on me supposedly yesterday, and I didn't even do nothing wrong. So crazy. That 2K stock looking good. GTA 6 comes out in a year and it'll make billions. Absolutely, bro. Absolutely. And we're going to see a bunch of GTA meme coins come out right when that happens, right? And that's the thing, when you have this experience in the market, you can actually, like, remember when I told you guys the political 5 tokens were over? Remember that? And I know that I got a lot of people irritated with that. A lot of, even some of my, let's call them associates in the X spaces that were promoting, these Poly5 tokens. But when I knew it was over, I told you guys it was over. And even though, some people that were subscribers that were investing into some of these Poly5 tokens, like, I'm me, right? Like, that's just what I'm going to do. Love it or hate it, I'm going to be me no matter what. And I told everybody, I said, the Poly5 thing after elections will most likely be over. And sure enough, it completely was. But that's not to be bummed out about that, right? What do? You say, okay, I'm never leaving cryptocurrency. I know in 4 years, there's going to be another election. What do you do now with all this context? You know that you're going to be able to print on Poly5 tokens when the next election comes, right? So don't get hung up on these things now and get all bent out of shape. But I told everybody, and just like I always will, I will always be honest with you guys. When I knew the election was coming, that Poly5 market was over. I did not see a Trump coin coming out like the one that he launched, which was absolutely cool because it brought so much money into the market. A lot of people cried about it, and well, there's I just played Justin Timberlake for them, Cry Me a River. And I just keep doing me. I just keep doing me. Orange Man, Batman doesn't control my life, man. Other people don't control my life. I control my life. I'm in control of what I'm doing. So I see opportunity everywhere I look. And when you look for opportunity, it's crazy how much you can find it. I called the Trump hat at 5 million. It went into hundreds and hundreds of $1 million market cap. So I even covered some of the when they're making fun of Biden and some of those, I saw potential in them. I don't get lost where like I don't want to see an opportunity, and I let you guys know when it's over. So I'll let you guys know right now. The market is hot. Sometimes it can get like drawn out or it's going sideways. I just want to let you guys know this is your compass right here. This is how everything works. If you're a builder, if you're an investor, be a part of a project that when this thing explodes, like AD said, it's going to be like an airbag going off. Or was that AI Alpha? Somebody said that it's just going to pop out of nowhere. So in 4 years or less than that now, we'll get another opportunity. I'll let you guys know what Poly5 tokens we're going to be buying. But what's nice is that we know life is very circular, right? What goes around comes around. The seasons show you this, right? It doesn't take me to tell you. You see the seasons are always changing and they come right back around. It's not like we had winter and then winter's gone and we never have it again, right? So these things continue to happen and continue to happen. So what we're going to do is take advantage of these moments when they do happen and continue to make sure that we're not out here complaining and we're out here gaining. That's what I want to do. Let's go ahead and shift gears. Appreciate you guys sharing the link. I see the numbers climbing. I know a lot of the guys who are part of XPX are across the pond. Those guys are tucked in. I read them a bedtime story. They're tucked in. They got their warm milk. They're all good to go. But, their bags are safe. And this is what we do. We work round the clock. TK was in spaces earlier. So, we work together to make these things happen. Let's start off right here, Smart DeFi. And then let's go to FEG token because, I'm rocking with the gorillas really, really hard. You guys know I'm an OG gorilla. That's what they've been saying, man. I'm an OG gorilla, which is kind of pretty cool to know that I've just been rocking with them and we'll continue to rock with them nonstop. We're going to take this thing all the way, right? And I rocked with them so much. Oh, Rico, I bought the Trump 2028 hat the other day. That's funny. You're gonna get people to shoot arrows at you in a little bit. You know they can't handle that. They can't handle that. Woo. Okay. Well, we got Feck Token right here doing fantastically well. Very very exciting times. We're gonna make sure that this ecosystem gets the exposure that it deserves. Obviously, you guys know XPX is out here representing Feck Token every single day, nonstop, and for good reason. You know, I've been covering this smart DeFi platform before it launched. You know, I remember going out with RTR, and you know, before I launched XPX, before Smart DeFi went live, and he was telling me all the ins and outs and everything like that. And we had a good time, even to the point, such a good time that we were singing karaoke with each other at some point. So you want to talk about a good time? That was a good time right there. But, you know, I've been a part of this for going on 4 years, a little over that now. And we're going to continue to be a part of this. And so much that I believed in it, so much that I put my name on a project, and my YouTube channel and my subscribers and my followers on X. We built our own project. It's not just me, it's not just the team, it's a community. We built it on this platform because talk is cheap. So instead of just promoting Smart DeFi and being a YouTuber that's always talking about how I'm bullish on this, I'm bullish on that, I went and just did it myself. I got tired of answering to devs that don't want to answer. This is what we're doing. So, whoa, here we go. Man, Feck Token's always on top of this meta stuff. They got this stuff, man. Shout out to you guys. We are just saying what everyone else is thinking. GTA 6 would have been 100x better with the gorilla as the main character. No lie, bro, that would be pretty cool. That would be really cool. Not just 2K games, but all games. Ain't no way they will kill the industry. There's no way. Gaming is here to, everything's here to stay. Everything's, it's so hard to close Pandora's box once it's open. Like that whole phrase of once Pandora's box is open, that's such a, that applies to so much stuff. Like once it's going and once Pandora's box is open, it's hard to close that box. Like gaming's not going to stop. You know, a lot of the stuff that happens in the space, this stuff's not going to stop. It might get regulated, it might get, you know, whatever, but it's, and not even that much. So to be honest with you guys, like people are adults. You know, you got to take care of your own stuff. This whole like regulation stuff is giving people access to control what's going on, right? It's like, you know, and obviously to some extent it's needed, I guess. But you know, the whole idea of Bitcoin is the opposite of all that stuff, and we got to be careful with how we usher and allow these things to kind of sneak in and get us to agree, because the best way that they make things happen is they make us beg for it eventually. You know, they find a way to squeeze us the right way, so then we're begging for regulations. You know, you have to have CZ, or you have to have FTX crash, you have to have Celsius crash, you have to have all these things happen, and sometimes I believe, and I'm not being a conspiracy theorist, but where they have to do it by design, because then how else could, if Luna didn't crash and all these things didn't happen, what how could you get everybody to agree for regulations, right? So there's, and I don't think pump fund's going to stop. A lot of people think that there's going to be like pump fund's going to stop and everything like that. Pump fund's not going to stop. That Pandora's box is open. That's like trying to say that they're going to close down casinos in in Las Vegas. It's not going to happen. And the minute that a state even allows a bingo place, that bingo place eventually turns into a casino. You can see how things, once the Pandora's box is open, it only scales up gradually over time. I just wait till they sell. I almost never pay full price. GTA 6 is a day one buy for me, though. Nice, man. Nice. You know, the last Grand Theft Auto I played, you guys are going to laugh at me right now, was Vice City, bro. The last time I touched the sticks is PlayStation 2. You know, PlayStation 2. Yeah, that's a long time ago, but shout out to Feck Token. They're keeping things really relevant. I love how you guys are always able to do this, you know, having like, you know, Cinco de Mayo. Then you guys, you know, have this GTA 6, all this meta. You guys are on top of it. And this, I mean, these graphics look epic, man. Like this stuff looks cool. I don't know who made this. I'm not sure if it was Nitpicker. We can find out who makes it, but I mean, this is cool. May 26, 2026. And they were right on top of it. And that's what's cool. You know, this hashtag, they know how to stay relevant. And you know what, XPX, if somebody can make one of these for us, let's get this one of these posts. Let's start to do the same thing and kind of do this. We should have one of these posts on our thing. Maybe a gorilla wearing a purple suit. We got a lot of those going around, but we need a hashtag GTA 6. Look how many views it's got. 2,900 views. And they know how to get, you know, this little narrative going, or this like exposure going from what's trending right now. So shout out to them. I remember when Feck Token would be trending all the time, and I'm sure we're going to see that again happening. GTA 6 is going to be Vice City 2. Man, it looks like Vice City. It looks like they brought it back. It looks like they brought it back. All right, shout out to Fake Token, all the gorillas that have been supporting the channel over the years and eventually supported, me and the team to launch a project on Smart DeFi, one of the top projects on Smart DeFi, and really, really holding it down strong as far as marketing. We have it's not just me talking about XPX, it's really TK. You got Ali doing Shield the Beans now. You have a whole community vibing and doing this thing. And we're really close to deleting a zero. I'm pretty sure when we see you're killing it, Rico, Speedy Squad loves you, man. Much love and respect to you guys right back. I got a demo disc of GTA 1 back in the day. Nice, man. I remember playing those too on PlayStation. But right now we're getting close to this delete a zero, which is looking good. Then we'll head to this FOMO section, 1.5 million. Price is going to be price, charts are going to be charts. I'm going to let you guys know there's going to be a lot of conferences. I'm letting you guys know right now you have the opportunity to back the truck up, stake it, make some passive income on XPX because there's a lot of things going on behind the scenes. There's a lot of cool things going on behind the scenes, and we're getting ready to pull up to the next level. So shout out to the community. You guys see I was in Soul Saver space, then I was in another space, and I was in another space, and TK's in another space, and we got the TK space coming up. Make sure you guys do not miss out for this May 12th, 3 to 9 p.m. Eastern time. This looks cool. Check this out. Look at all these projects. Check out this, man. We got tokens right here. You got XPX, Feg Token, Kendu, Paul, Soul Snake, Coins, P-Coin, Quack, Kenji. Woo. He brought some hitters. You got K9 Finance. You got Shark. Woo. You got the Vote Army. You got the Space Penguins. You got some hitters on here, bro. You got the host, of course, with this thing lighting up, man. AI Alpha and his guys have been making some great stuff for us. Shout out to them. This looks so cool. You got the co-host right here, AI Alpha, of course, that Tricky Buddha. Been hearing a lot about him. We got a special guest. What, Rico? We got Larry Sasquatch, the Rooster. This is going to be a banger, everybody. This is going to be a banger. These are some big names. These are some good space hosts that really know how to hold it down. So you're really going to get a lot of different information out of this. So I'm looking forward to this. Shout out to TK. He's really been growing in the space. Like I said, XPX and my YouTube channel is not just about growing myself or just growing XPX. It's about building people up. Okay. These people, look at TK, how much he's doing now. TK is brand new to the space. He is killing it. And that is our community lead and also my friend in the space. He's amazing. And it's honestly amazing to have him here. We're also going to be doing some XPX giveaways for this. So make sure that you guys do tune in, smash this thing, share this thing, because like I said, there's going to be some giveaways of XPX totaling there. And I don't want you guys to miss out, okay? Sharing is caring 100%, man. 100%. We're going to look out for TK as well because he's an absolutely guy. He's just an amazing guy. He's he has a family. He has his ranch that he takes care of. He has his job, but still he finds a way to network with all these projects and make this all happen. This is going to be one heck of a space. So I don't want you guys to miss out. Make sure you guys stay tapped in with us at XPX Token. Let's go to our website really quick. I want to talk about a few things. And then we're going to keep it moving. We're going to bring up some more projects. I know we're reaching the hour mark, but we're going to put in some overtime on the overtime, all right? So we got XPX bill payments. XPX Pay Portal allows you to pay your own or other people's, okay? Not only your own, but let's say you got some family somewhere. Let's say you got somebody in the Philippines, like the networks that I was making at that conference, at the TV, and we'll get XPX on TV, everybody. That's going to happen. So back the truck up. But not only your own bills, but other people's bills, doing the right thing, helping people out in countries across the world where over 40,000 companies choose from over 70 different cryptocurrencies, including multiple blockchains. You guys, we also have the XPX Visa card, MasterCard. Do not miss out on that. This is a piece of the puzzle for your freedom of finance. It's not just financial freedom. You have to have the freedom to spend your finances. And this XPX project under this umbrella gives you all those resources with no gimmicks, no hoop to jump over, no barbed wire to crawl under, no sharp glass to walk on top of, no coals to burn your feet that you have to walk on top that is hot. We want adoption. That's been the whole thing from the very beginning. This is one of the things I told Marlon to put right here. Bridging tokenomics and technology. This has been here since the very beginning because I already know the person who helps build that bridge is going to be monumental to this space, everybody. So that's why there's no gatekeeping. There's none of that. We got 4 businesses, some of which that are local. We're working on some right now that I'm going to be letting you guys know. That's why, I've been staying up late and all this other stuff, but it's part of it. It's part of the space. And I don't want you guys to miss out, because we do not only have, Feg Token and now multiple other projects that are going to be using our pay portal for their payment infrastructure. I'll say that. But we also have local IRL businesses using our pay portal. We're going to flood the market as far as getting this to everybody, not just us, merchants as well. Everyone, merchants as well. So we are really taking the lead. We're spearheading this. We're not getting lost in the sauce, running over there, We are doing payments. That's what we do. And I will continue to show you guys that we will lock down this part of this market. If you guys really rock with me, you guys will see some amazing things happen as we continue to build this project and build this company out. You guys see that I have not fumbled the bag on you guys. This team has been here nonstop because there's a .com moment happening right now, and the person who could lock in payments is a winner. Everything is payments. Green market, red market, it does not matter. So come here, get your virtual card, get your physical card, do some non-KYC payments. Obviously, varies on what country you're in, but come over here and get a piece of XPX. And if you're bullish on this and you like using it, get a bag of XPX, because all the revenue that's generated from this pay portal, when you come here and make your own account, is going to be going right back into this project, right back into this company. This is your Amazon shipping books moment. This is that moment right now happening for you guys. I don't want you guys to miss out on this. This is your .com moment. And as you guys can see by the determination of the team, by the grind of the project and everything, we all understand that, and we don't want to miss out on that. We have been seeing some amazing price action. I appreciate all of you guys supporting the chart. It's crazy. Unfortunately, some people got shooken out, and this is why you just diamond hand this thing. Because what's going to happen when we're back over 2 million? All of this was for what? Get this thing, hold this thing, and help us push this thing. And I guarantee you guys that we're going to see some amazing gains, because we have something that's very special. We have a staking protocol that allows everybody to make passive income. Retail understands savings. We're going to show them staking. We have a lending protocol. Retail understands loans. We're going to give them lending. And then the fact that you can take out a loan against these XPX token, not another token, not of this token. No, your actual XPX tokens allows you to take out a loan and put it on a crypto Visa card, or pay somebody's bill in a less fortunate country, or, somebody that's a developing country, let's say that, and help them out. Is absolutely amazing. And when I went to that conference yesterday, I found out that there is wealth sitting on the sidelines trying to find vehicles to bring in money through either charitable events, through donations, through lending, through staking. And that's all of us. We have all of that. We have all of that. And that's why I was on the phone today with Profit Bear. Big shout out to Jesus Coin, because one of the people that I talked to at this conference that I was at was a local church here in Las Vegas, and they're trying to find a way to accept cryptocurrency. Guess who's there? Boots on the ground, making this stuff happen for us. This project, it's us. XPX is me. XPX is all of us, and we're going to make this stuff happen. I have zero doubt that we will continue to scale up the amount of DeFi projects that have our pay portal, using our pay portal, and the amount of local businesses, because I will not stop until we have more until we're doing our paid orders weekly. We have already we're right at the mark to about to hit 6 figures. I'm sure in this month we'll be able to celebrate, and I think it's a huge celebration to do 6 figures in paid orders. This is a real project. This is a real company, a real business, and with proof of work that is actually operating and people are using it. I'm very excited and very honored to do this, guys, with you. Let's not miss this opportunity. Let your friend know, let your coworker know, hey, this project's been here going almost on a year. The team is real. The products are real. The company is real. And not only is it doing everything that is said, but it's actually crushing it as far as numbers. Now it's our job to, next thing we know, you guys think that we're not going to celebrate $1 million in paid orders? And then we start turning that into a turnaround on the monthly basis. All of this silly chart right here is not going to mean nothing to us. We'll be on the beach. Me and Fed for life will be on the beach. TK and Sophia are going to be, taking pictures of each other's feet. And this chart at these prices are going to look like this. That's what they're going to look like. And when we delete that next zero up there, we'll keep going higher and higher. XPX all day should be cruising into hundreds of millions of market cap all day. all day, and we're going to get it there for everybody. We're going to keep grinding until we get it there. So this is how this is going to look at some point. This thing's going to be just as like, I can't believe people touched their bag, because we're just going to keep going up. XPX will continue to make sense no matter what the market is doing. People are always spending money. Even when the market's down, they got to sell that crypto to spend that money. So we are in the infancy, or like my brother likes to say, I don't know if it offends anybody, placenta still on the ears. That's how early we are. And I guarantee you guys, and I show you guys with my work ethic, and the team does as well. We have a merch store coming out that we're going to take this all the way. This chart stuff is just people who are playing, the DeFi stuff. But when this thing breaks all-time high and we continue to climb up, was it a good call? Let's just push this thing all the way, and let's get this to eventually we're doing, 6 figures in paid orders every single month, every single week, and we'll start to scale this thing up all the way. So discount prices on a project providing this much utility with this type of team is crazy at $773,000 market cap. Let's go to DeFi. Let's start off right here. Don't miss out on this. I'll post this Smart DeFi link. Come over here, stake your passive income. Get with it, everybody. Tell somebody, hey, stop getting rugged for 1 week. Just buy something that's going to hold, and just make passive income for once. So let's shift gears. We'll actually go to Aquads, and then we'll go into the DeFi space. Aquads doesn't have a project, but he's promoting all these projects right here. And this is another shift. Shoot that duck. There we go. We got the duck. Here goes the other one. Boom. Got that guy, right? But this is a project right here that I really, really like. And shout out to him and AI Alpha for contacting XPX and taking us, to that next level where we're going to be able to provide more resources and utilities to the space. So very, very exciting times. You guys come to aquads.xyz. We're going to, facilitate some things for them. And then when you look how many projects up here. So when we start to facilitate this, and I'm sure people are going to try to do the same thing that we do. I know people listen to me. I know people are trying to, catch up and stuff. I've seen people adjust. I pay attention to the space. The one thing that's different is that there's this guy named Rico Moneybags that will not stop, okay? He just will not stop. So I can see where eventually even this meta and this narrative that XPX is doing with Aquads, you guys will see that it will start to, people are going to play catch up after us. So make sure that you guys come over here now. We're going to be leading the wave. We're going to be leading this movement with Aquads and also AI Alpha. And those guys have a lot of resources. Look at all these communities. We get 100 people from each community to want to be a part of one of these things. They have to make an XPX account. Each of these projects, if they want to do one of this and receive, I don't want to give Aquads Alpha away, but there's going to be some special things that we're working on. They will have to have an XPX account. So that's why they have it right here where you click on this. You guys might as well, if you guys are listening and you guys are going to tap into Aquads, if you're listening from the Aquads community, go to XPX right now, because how this part works is going to be through XPX. And you don't think that some of the cats community, cats of crypto, is going to want, at least one person's going to do one of these things. At least one person or 100 people of each of these projects will want to do either Game Hub, Freelancer Hub, or Telegram Mini Amp, and also their affiliate program that we were talking about as well. It's up to you. But again, park your bags in XPX, because all of this stuff that's going to be going on obviously goes through the pay portal, and we're just stacking up our crypto reserve, right? So let's not miss out on that. Got the duck. There we go. Had to shoot him. So very, very exciting times, and especially for a project like XPX that's allowed to pivot. And, once that kicks off and everybody's saying, hey, I don't want to give away too much alpha, but everybody's going to be like, hey, through Aquads, I've received this and I'm able to buy that because of all this. That's all through XPX Pay. That's all through us. And that's what it's all about when you have a WAGMI movement, when you really want to develop things for the whole space and you want to be a leader and really lock down payments. I'm everywhere. I'm not going to stop. You would have to catch up. It's too hard. It's too hard. So we're definitely going to lead the way. Everything else is going to be a duplicate and a catch up, but we're going to make this thing happen. Damn, my favorite hub isn't up there. What's I was just gonna ask, and then it clicked. Oh, I love you guys, man. This is cool what we get to do. We get to be ourselves and make things happen, right? It's no fugazi stuff. So shout out to Aquads. Come over here. Come check this out. Click on Freelancer. This is what's going on. Learn about it. How does it work? Come check this out. Browse through various crypto and blockchain services offered by professionals, right? Contact service provider and discuss your project requirement. Okay, work with professionals and bring your crypto project to life. What is this? So this, here you go. You got these guys, right? Designing stuff, making stuff. Well, how are they going to get paid, everybody? So just know that XPX is not stuck in one section. We're going to be everywhere. Yeah, I already know. Yeah, I already know. I already know when. And when it clicked, it made me laugh really hard. But this is Aquaz, everyone. So don't worry. I know we're over the hour mark, but we're gonna do some overtime today for the space. I also want to give my broski another big shout out. If you guys go to the Moonsters space today, let him know that Rico Moneybags is just chilling Moonsters nonstop. And then we're gonna go to the deck screener and we're gonna check out everything that you guys are buying, everything that you guys are crying, everything that you guys are just fumbling. We're gonna check everything out, the pumps, the rugs, because we're gonna check everything out. This is Moonsters right here, and I want you guys to come show some support to a guy that's obviously grinding nonstop. He doesn't stop, and not only does he not stop, but he also lets everybody come up and show their project. So if you guys rock with me, you guys know I have not shilled not one NFT since you guys have been pulling up, even since the launch of XPX. We have not talked about no NFTs because I remember the last bull run. There was some that I thought this is one that I like right here. So this is at Moonsters Web3X. And I want you guys to come over here and rock with the broski. If you got Solana that's been getting dumped on nonstop, come over here and show them some love. Let me take a sip of this. Yum. Yum, yum, yum. Here we go. Moonsters. 33,000 people pulling up. Crazy numbers. This is the Moonsters right here. And also come give Soul Saver a follow. Let me go to his page, see what he's got going on lately. He's got at the Soul Saver X. Right here. Networks is not what you know, it's who you know. Check out these posters I made up. Very nice. Very cool. Okay. We got Canada. Okay. Shout out to my brothers in Canada. These are the Moonsters. All right. Now let's go check them out on Magic Eden. Here we go. The floor is looking good. People are, buying, selling, some trading going on. But I like these NFTs. They have a retro feel to them, and they move. It's not just a still picture. It actually has some life in it, and I think that's pretty cool, right? So these are the Moonsters. I have one of these Moonsters. Mine is super rare. I have not listed my Moonster because you're not going to get it from me. It's pretty unique because it's a BNB Moonster. So, I like that Moonster, and I'm going to hold on to it. Let's see, how can I find these? Let's see what the categories look like. See if I can find you guys my Moonster. Not sure if it's going to be up here, but it has a baby blue background. It's one of their rare ones, but you have a lot of different Moonsters that some are from like Ethereum, some are from Solana, but mine is, from the BNB chain. So I like it. And when you see a guy pulling up nonstop, I think he works just as hard as I do. I don't think there's not one day I haven't seen a Soul Saver space. Maybe just one or two, just like myself, 1 or 2 days. A lot of the times, it was time for me to break away to get stuff done here in the IRL for us. But that's what we do it for. He's done his stuff for the monster truck. So I want you guys to come check these out. You guys keep losing your Solana anyways. There are some crazy cheap Moonsters here. I didn't even know you guys can get some Moonsters for the low. I mean, just snatch a cool one up and just hold it, right? And, you get all the support from Soul Saver. You get all the support from his community. And these are cool times to be a part of stuff like this and support the real builders in the space. I respect Soul Saver so much because when XPX was barely launching and the cards were not even live, he was straight up saying, he was like, I've heard a lot of people say that they're going to do this. They never did it and stuff like that. And, I remember pulling up back to his space and he was like, when I started he already respected me, but gaining a little bit of more respect in the sense of everything that you've been saying that you're going to do, you've been doing it. And that's what we're going to keep doing. And I like rocking with him. He's been building these NFTs for over, 2 years or something like that. And I'm sure there was people who thought that maybe it was never going to get there or whatever. And he just kept going. And you know what? He followed through. They got some offers on this. 1.1 Solana. I mean, it's crazy. This one's cool. I like this brain one. I like the brain one on the outside, like it's breaking through. So very cool project. If you're looking for exposure to NFTs, what I'm banking on and what I think you guys should look at is that Soul Saver is undervalued. And that essentially you're investing into a bit of Soul Saver, right? I don't only invest into cool pictures or cute meme coins and stuff like that. Like I invest into the people behind it. That's why I have a hard trouble with the cabals, because you know it's like pure gambling and stuff. But here, I'm not gambling. I'm invested into a person. Oh, this one's cool right here. I'm invested into a person that is working every single day. So like I know when I'm sleeping, this guy's probably doing a space. This guy's probably doing something, right? He's gonna be working hard. So I don't have to be there nonstop stressing out or whether the project's gonna go up or down or what's going on. It's like you can tell the people that are gonna make it, man. You really can. And Soul Saver, you got it, brother, man. We're gonna be having him up on stage for sure. We'll definitely get Soul Saver up here. He's a true chat. I love when he's irritated, and not because I want him irritated, but when he's like, if you guys don't post, quote, repost, quote the post, you know, and do all this thing, you're not going to come up here and talk about your project. He's so funny, and he does it like all like very calm or whatever. And we've been through some similar things as far as, you know, some motorcycle accidents. And I think this is why he also has that secret power where he's able to keep going. You know, me and him kind of talked about it, but this is a guy that's also not going to stop. You know, when you've already, you know, seen death smile at you and you smiled back at it, you know, everything else is nothing. So lock in, Moonsters. Much love. 100 Solana floor. Wow. Imagine that you had the opportunity to buy a Moonster and the floor, and the NFT market's going to come back. It for sure is going to come back, and is most likely going to come back on the Solana chain. Imagine that you have an opportunity to buy one Moonster. Just pick one that you like. One Solana. I mean, you guys lose more money than that on every 3 days or something like that. You guys are losing more than that, right? But imagine you guys can just get one of these Moonsters, and then it goes to 100 Solana floor. That's that's that old NFT market stuff. That boom would just happen. So I'm excited for him. I'm excited for the builders. Brother, if you're listening, much love and respect, man. Nobody can fake what you've been doing, and the grind is truly, truly appreciated, man. 100%. So let's go ahead and go to Deck Screener. We're putting in some overtime. We're probably gonna have like a nice little stream today. Hopefully, you guys appreciate that. Hopefully, you guys see that. You know, we're gonna put in the work nonstop. There's amazing opportunity on the table. Let's go ahead and go to the DeFi side. And we're on DeFi, but let's have some fun right here. Let's start off with Jesus Coin. We're gonna be checking out Meme Link as well. If you guys are listening, go get the Meme Link community. That chart is pumping like crazy right now, and they should be up in here right now. I know, man, it's looking good. So let's start off right here because I was having a conversation with Prophet Bear earlier today. We were on a call for a good little bit, right? Just breaking things down. I was giving him my ideas, you know, trying to figure out how, at the same time, helping people, we can also make some things happen. And this is what we're supposed to do, right? So put to death the ego, the pride, the greed, the laziness. Hey, preach, man. I'm telling you. The 7 deadly sins, if you could stay away from them, which I got to stay away from gluttony a little bit. I'm eating a little bit too much. And I went back to eating once a day, but yeah, this is, if you can stay away from the 7 deadly sins, you're pretty good. You know, you don't want to, all those, the 7 keep you clear from a lot of stuff. But this project right here is good vibes. It's good people, and they're building. And I really already know that all of Web2 and all of these churches, in one way or another, they're all going to be accepting crypto one way or another. I want to make sure that we're part of that. And I also want to be, and hopefully nobody takes it the wrong way, but I want to be the kind of the person that does this stuff. You know, a lot of people want to join after it's already done, but I like building the infrastructure. I like making the connections, you know, going in person to this event, talking to Prophet Bear on a phone call, you know, for close to an hour, and hashing this out, and letting like ideas just go like with no walls, right? And like nothing's right, nothing's wrong. We're just like letting it flow really naturally and seeing how we can go. And I got more information that I didn't know about. You know, I didn't know that the church was, you know, accepting credit cards for donations and stuff like that. I should have thought that, but I just figured that they were still just passing the collection basket around. But it shows you that it's time to, what's number 7? Staying away from rugs. I don't know what number 7 is. 7 days, a week. But I think that we have a great opportunity right here to see something develop. And I just don't want to watch it develop. I actually want to be a part of it. I actually want to build it up. I want to help market it. You know, I was talking to Prophet Bear, you know, I have no doubt that the minute we set this all up, that I will get donations to fly into Jesus Coin in the church. And because of some of the things that we're building for AQuads and AI Alpha, it's lucrative for them to go through XPX because there's something very unique that I've been holding on to, because obviously it's associated with other projects and I want them to be able to use the resources, but also because I know there's people always listening and people try to, I've seen it already where other providers playing catch up with the style of how XPX is doing it. But so I'm going to save some of this stuff. So like that, we're always the one pushing it out, and then we can be like, hey, we did that. So I'm really excited to make this happen. And, if it happens, really good. If it doesn't, I'm still bullish on Jesus Coin. And I'm sure that Rico Moneybags and XPX will be facilitating transactions and helping some of the churches, not just one church. I just thought that since this is the first one I found in DeFi, why not have an example of proof of work? I can show other churches here locally in Las Vegas, which one I'm going to go see next week, that, I don't need nothing. I just want you guys to receive the donations. Going through XPX Pay, that's good enough as feeding the project. I'm not going to charge you guys to get on there. I'm not doing no gimmicks, nothing like that. Just get on the pay portal and let's make it happen, because either we do it or someone else will. We can either sit back and have sloth and, which is one of the 7 deadly sins, and just let somebody else build it. But then we don't get none of the wealth. Then we're playing catch up, and we're not going to do that over here. So really want to make this happen for them, get some donations going where they could use that for either buybacks, they could use that for their church and whatnot like that. But also, like, imagine the marketing material that they would have, the fact that they're, now receiving crypto donations and that they have a Visa card, and I'll do something special for their Visa card, obviously, to make sure that it's cool for them, but they'll be able to spend that, and some cool things that I'm not going to say just yet, because I know people are listening. So let's go Jesus Coin. Let's go to MK, which is Meme Link. You said there were 7 deadly sins, so I said, what's number 7? Staying away from rugs. Oh, got it. Now I get it. Now I get it. Yeah, that's number 7, bro. that's number 7. Here we go, man. Got a healthy looking chart. Some buybacks going. Shout out to him because he's got Meme Link, the SocialFi platform, but ticker trending is how these buybacks are happening. Projects are being listed on there. And if you look at, and this was 21 hours ago, which was in the space. Let me put this right here. If you look at Pablo Crowe's stock, ooh, that looks really good on the screen. If you look at Pablo Crowe and what he's been doing, is he's from the last bull run, just like I am. Notice that everything that's being built, this Meme Link, this ticker trending, is what? To create revenue to go into the project. He's proven it. These buybacks are happening. You guys have my word as well. His ticker trending catapulted. We have XPX under, and I think that's awesome that they're doing that good, and projects are constantly listening, so that revenue is coming in to do these buybacks. And we'll get there to our moment as well through our pay portal and everything like that. But this is really cool because we see that this works, right? And why is he doing this? Because we've been a part of a bunch of other stuff as YouTubers, influencers, or KOLs, whatever you want to put. We've been through it all. We've seen it all. And we know that if you don't have this type of mechanism of one way or another coming up with buybacks and burning that supply, nothing happens. You have to have this. I'll donate my rewards. That's amazing. Effect for Life XPX2. That is epic. And I want to do great things like that, honestly. And you know what? I'll do the same thing with you. Obviously, I'm staked up. Me and you are really up there. We're, when it comes to being bullish on XPX, me and you are, holding it down really strong. The team is holding it down with us. But you know what? I don't have no problem doing that as well, Effect for Life. Like, I love helping people, and especially if it's going to a good cause, and we get to, at the same time do something great, and it's making, other projects grow, and it's bringing in crypto adoption. Why not? So I appreciate that. And we're going to make it happen. And I want to see people kind of glow from this, right? That they're like, whoa, where they kind of like light up that there's new stuff coming up. But this is what's special about what's going on with Meme Link right now. And if you're a project that's, and we're going to see this more and more happen, everybody in this space where people are realizing this is what you got to do, right? So I want to show you guys this as well. Screen recording, Meme Link right here. Check this out. This one's a little bit long.
.com is coming along, but I want to show you guys real quick.
It is coming along. It's looking really good. If you guys look, that's ticker trending. You can connect it with the wallet. Let me mute this really quick. Let me open this up for everybody. But this is what I want to show you guys, another revenue stream. And right here, perfect. Look at this right here. Silver check marks and gold check marks. Are we not using blue check marks and gold ones on X? So he understands that this thing makes money. You have to do this in the space. You have to make a product that can bring money in. This is business. You know, and a lot of people get lost. And I think this is why me and Pablo Crow are at the same crossroads where we develop a project that we understand it needs to be scalable. It needs to be able to build up, right? And we know that these are some of the ways that things can happen. So he has a silver package, $10 a month. He has a gold package, $200 a month. What do you think is going to happen with that? Because we want to stay in the space. Pablo Crow doesn't want to leave the space. He's already made it. You know, if I wanted to go stay on the beach and just do YouTube videos here and there, I could do that and just trade my crypto. But we actually want to be a part of something greater, something bigger, and build something to create more wealth, not just for ourselves, but for everybody. And this is an opportunity for you guys to see and kind of identify with this, that there's great opportunity for a project to continue to scale up and continue to do these buybacks and burn are going to be massive. So I'm really, I want to say congratulations to him. I know there's people that, you know, you're not everybody's going to like you. I can tell you that right now. I mean, I've been used to that. Not everybody's going to like you, and that's okay. If everybody's like you, somebody's lying, right? So it's all right. And you know what? Ignore the noise, and talk is cheap, and actions speak louder than words. And what do they have to say now? You know, that's why I don't pay attention to the noise. That's why I just stay in my lane doing my thing and continue to develop, because, you know, I've been in the back end testing with him and doing, there's a lot of testing that goes into this. You know, I was watching this being brought up and how it kept developing.
Meme link.
There's a lot of testing that's involved with.
I want to show you guys real quick.
There's a lot of testing that goes along with all of this, right? And making sure that it's working correctly for the community. You know, it's getting closer, more, you know, more things are being added to it. Look at this. And it's getting nicer. It's getting cleaner. It's getting more refined. And those people that, you guys think that Amazon worked like it does today? You don't think that Amazon, and I'm not saying this is clunky, because by any means necessary, that is not the case. But what I'm saying is, there were people that were using Amazon when it didn't work like the way it works today. And this thing's being, hey, what the heck? I know that guy. What am I doing on this? Where's it at? Wait a second. Where's it at? 1 second. I think it was right here. There it goes. Look at that. Posted on his meme link. That's powerful. That is powerful. It's got XPX on there. That's another super chat live for Rico. That's cool, bro. That's really cool. So, I mean, big congratulations to you guys. And this is what happens, you know, eventually these buybacks start to get that traction and really start to build things up. And you guys definitely accelerated. I love seeing you guys at $6.3 million market cap. I'm rooting for you, brother. You know, I'm still holding from the very beginning, you know, supporting you all the way, supporting your community, and honestly, just supporting a builder that's just ignoring the noise and just keeps pushing forward. So very, very bullish. Let's see what else we got right now. Do not sleep on this one. You know, seeing this thing go over 10 million is like, it's going to happen. You know, over 90% of the supply is burned. That's another thing. The burn that they have, the supply is really low. And the more that burn keeps happening, the more this is a perfect example of supply shock, everybody. This chart right here is what happens when you have that much of the burn, the supply burn. You know, I went through its pullback, through its boring stages, pull back again, and nobody thinks. And then what happens is so much of the supply is burned, you start to have price discovery. And if you guys are rocking with us on Smart DeFi and on XPX, we're going to get there, because I think we got close to 16% burn. They got over 90. We're a little bit slower cook, but we're definitely going to get there. And this is a good example of something to look forward to. Whether or not we see these things break over 10 million, I have no doubt, because there's going to be buybacks. He's a YouTuber as well, so there's always going to be marketing. When it comes to Meme Link and it comes to like XPX, these are two different projects compared to a lot of projects. They have nonstop marketing machine all day and night that they don't have to pay for. They have nonstop Pablo Crow pumping out Meme Link nonstop that Meme Link doesn't have to pay for. XPX has nonstop marketing all day, nonstop every single day that we don't have to pay for. So very different projects operating right now. And we know this because we've helped many projects go into the hundreds of millions and even billion-dollar market cap. So we're like, hey, why don't we just do our own project? So if you think that we don't know the recipe and we don't know the how to set the timer and all that, you got another thing coming. It just takes a little bit longer, but it's going to happen. Just watch. Just be patient and rock with us, and you guys are going to have a great time. Watch. Let's go to the chill guy next. We're at hour 30 minutes. Hopefully you guys don't mind. We're doing some overtime on the stream. I try to keep it short sometimes because I don't want to take up too much of your guys' time. You know, keep it to that hour mark. But today we're, hour 30 minutes in. I want to cover some things. We got the chill guy looking good. This is a sleeper. This thing's too bullish. There's all kinds of chill guy this and chill that, chill this. And eventually when everybody's done being rugged, they go to the original one. So keep an eye on this if you're interested. If you're a trader on Solana, something could be here. Okay. Let's go on to the next one. Let's see what this hotel is. They got the whole package. These are like quick, oh, that's it. That's what they do. When they got this whole thing, it's usually good, but at the same time, I've seen this recipe so many times where they pay for everything, pop, 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 and wreck it. Can it come back alive? Sure, it can, but now it's going to be up to the community to bring it back to life. But pay attention to that. Not all the time when you see that they're spending all this money, is sometimes they want to make it really. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. That's life, right? So just wanted to look at that one really quick, but I'm not surprised seeing the chart like that because I've kind of seen this play happen quite a bit where, they do all of that and then it's just same thing with this one. Watch this. See, this is a recipe and this thing pumped like crazy, 100 million and boom. And now it has close to 1 million in liquidity. This thing's probably going to stay alive from now on. It could probably curl back up. When you hit 100 million and you got a community and that kind of pump, the devs most likely sold a lot of their bag and took a lot of profits. You'll have a community come back and support it. It doesn't even have an X account. I don't know too much about this. Long live Jeffrey. Look at this. This is simple. Let's go to the website. Crazy. Look at this website. Oh, God. It's crazy how these things can happen. But, they did their thing. Now it's going to be a community rallying nonstop. How hard is it going to be for them? I don't see no X account, no Telegram. So this is going to be something that's just kind of doing its own thing, has a life of its own, basically, because it went that high. And it could possibly create FOMO. The market makers are involved in this. The bots are going to be trading this nonstop. So it's just going to be alive now. But definitely this right here was the main people that did this little get enough bags positioned, enough wallets, all their friends, everybody keep it real quiet, keep it real low. Don't make too much noise. Don't disrupt it, get it in. And then, you see these first candles start to pump it up, and then you add all of this stuff to become trending, and then they pump it up, and then, they do this. So, if you get in before that, or you get insider information, you could totally do it. You'll know who had the insider information for sure. All right, so we're covering these Solana plays. Let's go through our list. Speedy was here. Speedy, where you guys at? Let's go to Speedy. Where you guys still at, man? You guys got to keep spamming the chat. I get the ranting, I get excited, and not that I forgot about you guys, but you guys are doing good. 3.5 million. Is Speedy still in the chat? A little turtle here, a little turtle there. Shout out to you guys, man, staying resilient. Obviously, you guys had a meteoric rise all the way to $42 million market cap. I'm still holding the bag from over here, Speedy. Still got a little turtle bag right here. You guys got it. And I could have exited right there, and I did it. I'm just holding strong. This is around that 10 million. Hey, you guys can get back up here and break 10 million. I would love to hand out humble pie and let everybody know that Speedy, pumped up and made it happen. It's not that hard in crypto, honestly. And I think you guys got the spark lit. I know because our spark is lit in XPX. You can feel it. The market's hot. BTC is only $4,000 away from 100K before we get more waves of FOMO. So these are all very discount prices on some great projects right here. Let's see what we got going on. It feels good, man. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. See what else we got right here. Oh yeah, send it, Jerome. I know, man. I was looking for it, man. I'm glad that he was talking, and I'm glad that he shut that girl down. He did it very nice, but the more she was trying to be like, yeah, she was trying to just be like trying to force him to say that the tariffs were already like where you could see it. It's like that's cap. That's a lie. I mean, prices are cheap. I want everybody post a picture of the local gas station and let me know how much gas is in your city and how much it was before. It's crazy. It's a huge difference. I don't know how people can ignore that while they have to pump gas almost once a week, twice a week. It's like obviously you see that prices are cheaper. So what's going on with that? But at Speedy on ETH, come check it out, man. Give this one a close look. Speedy's solid. They're holding strong, and now they're turning right back around. 5 million people start to FOMO. 10 million up here. Everybody who sold starts to buy back in. If you build it, they will come. You have to build the wall of FOMO. You have to do it. You owe it to yourself. Let's see what else we got. We got Captain BNB. Let's check on the guys over here. Captain BNB, $4.7 million market cap. Had a nice ride, and I told everybody when it hit 10 that it would most likely come down here. It tried to hold on, but here it goes. It actually went lower than I suspected and went underneath 5 million. So maybe we could see this happening, 3-something million. If it can get back over 5, it'll help this thing out, right? But the thing is, it's getting so much exposure from like BNB chain. It's getting so much exposure from the space and 4 dot memes and all this stuff. So I think this is a sleeping giant. It's just a matter of time. I mean, this is pretty Trust Wallet. Come on, this looks like Captain BNB right here. Trust Wallet's promoting Captain BNB. Trust Wallet. I mean, you can probably just put one BNB there, and just let them cook, right? Just hey, well, go to 100 million, go to 200 million. If you build it, they will FOMO 100%, broski. 100%. You have to build it. And it takes everybody. It's not just a team can do that. Like the community has to be on the mission with everybody. We have to understand that we can do this and that we have that much control to build FOMO. And there's certain market caps when you break them that nobody can resist. And I think getting back over 5 mil is good. And then 7's probably going to be another wave of FOMO. But when this thing can get back over 10 mil, this is where you start to see this stuff happening again. Just a matter of time. Obviously it's been getting tested and trading sideways. We'll keep a close eye on it. We'll keep a close eye on it for sure. Okay, let's see what else we got over here. We covered Arena. Mubarak, where are you guys at? 26 million. Even lower. Some cheaper prices. Same little level right here. This is probably going to be that lowest level. Maybe go down to 10, but I don't think this one's going to fade either. I think a lot of this BNB stuff and even some of the Solana ones, we're going to see some crazy liftoff once the overall market breaks, like when Bitcoin breaks 120. Bitcoin breaks 120 and you see all these new people coming in again. It's going to be pretty exciting. So let's see what else we got right here. I haven't seen Arrowbud in a while. Where are they at? 11 mil. Look at Arrowbud coming back to life. Toasty Sheepnuts, where are you, brother? Toasty Sheepnuts, where are you? Back over 10 million? That's huge, man. Nice little shakeout. Shook everybody out down to 5. You guys are doing it the right way, grinding it right back up to 10 mil. Wow. Congratulations to the Arrowbud community. And I think that base is going to be having its moment as well, coming very, very soon. So we'll be turning up the base over here. New logo. Who's this? Whoa. The Future. That's who it is. It's right here. Let me see what this. Oh. Somebody was doing this on me yesterday, but for the wrong reasons. This is epic, man. Congratulations. You guys are definitely turning it around. It's cool to see you guys grinding back up. You guys got some good causes, doing the right thing, and you get enough right people doing the right stuff, and you have some great results. Pretty cool. Seeing you guys back over 10 mil, breaking 15 mil. It's going to create some more FOMO. That freaking FOMO, everybody. FOMO here, FOMO there. Man, having a great day, man. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate you. The Crypto Surfer. Let's go. Let's see what else we got over here. You guys buying anything? You guys getting rugged on anything? You guys getting CTO'd 4 times? Let me see. Look at that Floki. Come right back to life. This is what a lot of things are going to happen to people. Shakeouts and then just crazy movement. When nobody thought Floki could do it, it went to $3.3 billion. Almost hit it right away and came down, shook everybody out. When you still have a dog in the fight, you just keep going. You just keep going. Spike the like. Oh, I like that one. Spike the like. I like that one. That's what's up. So looking really good over here. What? Gorilla. There's only one Gorilla, the Feg token Gorilla. 5.9 million. You guys trying to do a Gorilla over here? What? Okay, Gorilla got Go chains. Pretty cool. Nice. A Gorilla is just a meta, man. Gorilla is a strong narrative. It really is. Let's go to the X account, see what they're doing. Oh, Gorilla CTO. How is it launching already a CTO? You already know what's going to happen. Gorilla went to touch grass. Oh, that's why they did that 3 hours ago. Okay, we need to get some Feg token. But yeah, once it launches and it's instantly CTO, it's like, how did that happen? But that's how easily you can make sure that you don't get blamed for anything, right? It's a brand new launch, CTO right away? So, oh yeah, where's CTO on that? CTO, the CTO, the CTO, right? But there's always a leader, everybody. I don't want you guys to believe that. Just throw that right out the window. There's always somebody that has supply control. They just won't tell you. And I'm telling you guys, and I'm sure they don't like me telling you guys, but most of the CTOs are not CTOs. They are pretending to be CTOs, but they are not CTOs. Are there real CTOs out there? Yes. I mean, we saw what happened with Ken Do. Bro left, and they wanted the community wanted their project, and they CTO'd that thing. They kicked them out and kicked. They said they wanted all the tokens, and they kicked them out and got rid of them, and they got the project. That was a CTO. You look at what's another CTO? You look at the Space Penguin. They got rugged 2 years ago, and they just held on to the project. But it became this trend thing to call it a CTO even when it's not. So these guys, they don't want to let you know that they own that many wallets and that many tokens. So it's better to say it's just a CTO and be like, oh, the whale dumped. It was somebody who got in early that dumped. It's like, no, that's just one of your extra wallets. Stop. But, it's going to take people to learn this stuff. That's just what's going to happen. People are just going to have to go through the learning curve. We got Donkey right here. What the heck? Shout out to TK. 8 days ago, Donkey's been going crazy. It went all the way to 16 million. This is nice volume on the BNB chain. I like this. Donkey's a good meta. I'll launch Feetcoin and rug it, and then 2 hours later, you CTO it, and I'll return cha-ching. That's how it works, bro. That's what they do. The thing is that you actually never leave. They actually never leave. They pretend to leave, and then they got to bring somebody in that's coming down like on a cloud and stuff. Yeah, and it's like, you guys, it's not that, but whatever. It's like you guys have complete supply control. If there's a small group of guys that are running it, and it's like they'll act like it's just like a community, just like the people came together and the community. It's like no, you cap. Who's filling out the paperwork for getting listed on exchanges? If it's CTO, you have to go through legal stuff. Who's filling all that stuff out? It's not the community filling it out, unless that thing gets picked up like by all the exchanges at once, and it's just because it's pumping so hard. But if it's getting listed on one exchange and then getting listed on another exchange, best believe there's a team behind it, and it's not a CTO. Best believe that. And they have the supply control, they wreck the chart and all this stuff. And they even say sometimes, oh, they listed us because they saw us pumping, but they're saying that because they don't want you to know that they're actually the leader and that they actually went through all the paperwork and all that stuff, and they're making it seem like, oh, hey, man, I know once you look behind the curtain, you'll never see it the same ever again. So take that however you guys want to take that, use it however you guys want to use it, and have fun in the space, right? Have fun in the space. So we got Donkey right here. It doesn't say CTO. It doesn't have a website. Doesn't even need a website. I think donkeys are fun. Guys, a whale sold. Yeah, but we'll buy it back up. And man, and people just love it. And they'll love it. And you guys will be in a space later on today. Sometime today, you guys will be in a space with some of that narrative. And I want you guys to eventually get sick of it, where you guys are like, yeah, right. Because that's why we have a lot of like rugs. And I'm sure like a lot of these cabals, they probably can't even count how many plays they've done this to. A lot of these like rug KOLs and stuff, and they probably can't even count how many projects they actually own that they just keep saying this and doing this. It's probably hard for them to keep up. They just leave it running on autopilot or something. But we got Donkey right here. Let's go to Greedy Dog. Cute. Okay. Little Greedy Dog. Neko. Okay. Alpaca came back to life out of nowhere. This is probably a banger right here. It already went through all this. $65 million market cap. It's probably going to go higher. Let's see. B2. Bitcoin Layer 2 network. $23 million market cap. What's the liquidity? Whoa. 7 days ago. Look at that. Let's CTO it, Saphir. Let's go over there and CTO it. The Bitcoin market scaling. Let's see what this is all about. Okay. This Binance wallet. I told you guys a while ago this is going to be huge. This is going to be huge. This is going to actually let projects like FEG Token and even like XPX do really good. It's just that everywhere we can't use this Binance wallet. When everybody can use this Binance wallet and be able to transact kind of like a Phantom wallet or like, like a SafePal wallet, but it has just BNB and it's kind of like a Binance theme, kind of like the Coinbase one. That's the best way to put it. So this would be like the Coinbase DeFi wallet. That's what this wallet is. It's like how Coinbase has its main one, and then how Coinbase you can download the DeFi wallet. That would be the DeFi wallet. And when everybody in the States can own that, that's going to be huge for Fag Token. That's going to be huge for, XPX. We're just waiting for this stuff to happen. And then we're going to CTO the wallet. Woo! Okay, let's see what else we got on these deck screeners really quick. We're pulling up on the 2-hour mark, really close to it. We got dump. Not going to be surprised what's going to happen with this. Liquidity is not locked, so don't touch that. You're going to get CTO'd. Got baby Grok. Exactly, bro. It's crazy, bro. It's crazy. We have to participate in it. Even like me, I got to be like politically correct in these spaces. Ooh, 888 BNB. These are my lucky numbers right here. 888. These are just lucky numbers. But I would have got wrecked, man, if I follow this one. Maybe I go CTO this. Oh, broski's license plate is 888 BNB. Yeah, those are my numbers. 3 8s. Those are my favorite. Like triple 8s is where it's at. My 80s, baby. So there's a lot of 8s lingering around me. So pretty cool. I mean, look at the picture that they use. I mean, this looks horrible, and it still went up to 1.6 million, and I'm sure it's CTO'd by now. And yeah. So there you guys go. This is bro got him. 4.meme, just a little bit like that. Got him. You say get him, I say got him. Here we go. 888 BNB. Very cool. Very nice. Great license plate. Bro was in Dubai stunting. All right. Very, very cool. Free application. Yeah, I don't see too much going on other than what we covered already. Some decent plays. I'm looking for some new stuff for you guys, but I think right now things are just kind of going really smooth. And just kind of follow. Look at all these CTOs. Look at this. Remember that day? That day was so much fun. I was over it, man. It was like, what the heck? It's like, I don't know how much you can get lied to where eventually you're just sick of it, It's like, don't tell me that, man. The minute you tell me that, it goes limp. You say that, I mean, it goes from, it just goes the other direction. I mean, I already know. That means nobody's accountable. That's what that means. That means no matter what happens, you guys get to go, oh, the community messed up. It's like, no, it wasn't. Let's go through this just to refresh your guys' memory when you check all these CTOs, what happens. Let's see. I'll go to this one then. Here you guys go. So eventually you guys will get it, You guys see the speedy dev is there, right? Somebody could have tried to say, oh, let's do that, All right, not that one. All right, we covered about all of them. We even covered some CTOs for you guys. There's going to be real ones. I'm going to support some of them. It's not going to be, everything's not black and white. There are areas of gray. I've learned that, and so there's going to be moments where there's going to be, but I need you guys to see the majority of what's going on is shenanigans. So just be careful out in the space. Don't go out losing all your Solana when then Solana's $300, $500 Solana. You went around chasing. And it's actually just the same people CTOing the stuff, and not even CTOing, just saying that it's CTO'd, but it's really just the same people. And Solana be at $500, and you're like, man, I chased all these silly things on spaces, and it was just people literally just taking advantage and accumulating Solana, so that when Solana pumped up, they were doing really good. So there's going to be some real ones. We'll cover them, and we'll show them support. Like Space Penguin is a real CTO. They didn't even have a token for like 2 years. He was just building. He's doing charitable events. He's doing real stuff. You look at Kendu. Shout out to the Kendu Chads. They basically said, hey, Dev, we want you to get out. You've been, dumping on us and all that stuff. We want you to leave. And they got Kendu back. And you got a community that not only did a CTO, the actual community, but they also are building, energy drinks, coffee, merch. That seems like a CTO to me, but like these little CTOs where it's just like you got to be able to identify these things. Some of them is just like, you guys haven't even done nothing, but you guys go over here to Kendu. This is one that I'll put my name on. Hey, I watched it happen. I watched them want their project. I watched them say, hey, get out, and just give us the tokens. There'll be no bad blood or whatever. I think he's went and launched another project. But this is a community that I can support. This is a CTO that I can support. I watched it happen. I seen them pump. I seen the excitement. I seen all the trials and tribulations where eventually the community all were voting and were very adamant on saying, hey, give us the project. We want it. Not this like right when it launches, somehow it's a CTO already. How does that happen? How could it be a community takeover when there's no community? Nobody even knows each other. But this was a community that was very, they know each other. I mean, I got some of their merch. I've drank these energy drinks. They're. I mean, look at this. This looks like community takeover to me. This looks like people who want to go do what it takes to make this stuff happen. And so there's going to be some out here that we're going to cover, and I'm not ashamed to mention them and give them their flowers. And this is a great project right here, and really just a great community that they're not going to stop. They're not going to stop. Community is everything. When it's a real community behind it, and you got people putting their hard-earned money into it and their time to build out energy drinks, to have all this marketing exposure with a dev that basically was banned from the group, and they made him give over all the tokens. This is what you get. You get a real CTO. This is what it looks like. How do you guys feel about this? You guys think they went to space for real? There's a whole controversy going on with that. You guys want to go down that rabbit hole? Man, I watched a video. I'm not like, I don't know about you guys, but like growing up as a kid, I was always able to tell, like in movies, like, like 1 minute they'll go to a scene and they'll look at somebody else. And then when they go to the other scene, there'll be like something missing on the desk. I'm like, wait a minute. There was like something on the desk. It's not there no more. And like, I don't know why, but like, I don't know what they're called when that happens in movies where like, they'll like turn the camera to one person, and because it was shot in different scenes or maybe not even the same day, when they go back, something was moved in that scene that it's like, I can instantly see it. I'm like, wait a minute, something's missing right there, right? And I'm gonna tell you guys right now, I watched this thing, and there is some Fugazi stuff on this. Like, I don't want to break people's hearts. I know some people are really attached to this stuff, and I know some people are gonna be like, "Come on, support the win." I'm a mama's boy, man. I love my mom with all my heart. That's my world. So I completely support women empowerment and women doing stuff. I don't think that this is what this was about, though. And there's some stuff that, because of, I don't know why my eyes work like that I can see things that don't fall into place. There's no way that door could hold up going into orbit. Everybody, if you look at I'm not gonna go too far, but there's some scenes I watched it where like Jeff Bezos actually walking up and the door was already opening. Last Friday night, I pretended to go to space. So there's this scene that I found that as Jeff Bezos is walking up to these stairs, these blue stairs, to, welcome the astronauts back, they are already opening the door. The door's already opening. But I don't know, because there's no audio, they must have said close the door. And then he uses like this lever to open the door. And then the minute they let that door go, watch the video, that door is bouncing. You know how light that door has to be to bounce like that when they let it just swing open? It's just bouncing nonstop. Have you ever boarded a plane? Have you ever boarded a plane and you saw how thick the door is on an airplane? That's not even a spaceship. That's not even a spaceship. But when you have all this TV media and all these actresses and performers, right? They're performers. Do you not think that this is a performance? I don't want nobody getting mad at me, but go watch the video when that door swings open, the way that is just bouncing in the wind, and it's just, and there's a video clip of him walking up and they're already opening the door, and then they, shoot to where he's actually on the steps and he's making it dramatic with like this one tool, but that's just a regular door. They opened it from the inside before he was walking up, and then they shut it really quick so he can pretend like he had to use some kind of big metal lever to open the door. And then when the door opens, it swings open, it's just like bouncing and stuff. It's like, bro, have you ever seen an airplane door? There's no way. I don't know why they did that. I don't really know why they would go through that. I don't know I mean, there's some, I don't know, man. There's some funny stuff in this space. But shout out to the Kendu community. Hopefully you guys are not too mad about that. Maybe you guys are all like pumped up about that. But I question everything, man. It's like, when is this dramatic and all this stuff and the way they make it, it's like, you guys are trying too hard. This is very movie-like. Like, this is like not real. And I guess I'm a skeptic, everybody. But go watch that and enjoy the laughs. You guys can thank me later. Maybe you're mad because I ruined it, because I could ruin movies because I can see stuff that does. I won't say nothing, but to myself, like, or after the movie, I'm like, did you guys even notice that, that stuff didn't add up? I would have been a great editor for like finding bloopers and stuff like that. Those bloopers. But shout out to the Kendu community right here, holding $10 million market cap. I think Kendu, Feg Token, Vote Inu. We'll check out Vote right here as well if you guys want. I'm not sure if the Vote Army's in here. But a lot of these projects that had hit really high market caps, their thresholds are eerily similar where they got to break. Like if they can get back over like 20 or break $50 million market cap, everything of the past will be wiped clean and it'll just pump up. So you look at these charts, $10 million market cap, $11 million market cap. You go to Volt Inu right here, $12 million market cap. It had that pump. It went all the way up. Zoom out a little bit. At the chart load. Crazy dip. Nice little recovery all the way. Let's go to market cap. So it went all the way up to 56 million. So right here, this thing can break 30 million. And I think Feg Token right around the same. Breaking 30 million, breaking 50 million. We'll take this thing a lot higher. This next one's 41 million. But same thing with Kendu. It's because they already had that. She acted like she got back from time. I swear, bro. It was crazy, bro. I mean, that little flower she had. Like... It's like, how much force it takes to enter and stuff like that. Like how, like even when you're taking off on the plane, how many G forces? Like that little flower would have been bent. She somehow carried this flower all the way into space. She took this little daisy with her. Somehow the stem did not bend by no like G forces or nothing, and brought it back. It was a comedy show for me. It was straight comedy, but it's too funny. And yeah. Sorry. My bad, everybody. Vote Inu right here. Definitely has what it takes to turn around. Just like I have faith in Feg Token and Kendu. They got, and same thing with Vote Inu. These are real communities because through these pumps, you really gain a lot of like strong communities. And, it's just about getting together to break a certain market cap where a lot of people, start to feel bullish all over again, and even get some old people to buy back in. So, we keep it real with you guys on the channel. We did an extended show for all you guys. Pretty cool. I mean, I feel so much better seeing Saphir up in here. You guys don't even know. Got so much love and respect for this guy. I didn't see him for like 3 days, and I was already like, wait a minute. That's it. We're leaving the country. We're going to go get bro. We're going to go get bro. We're going to bring him to Vegas. You can get the guest room, bro. Oh, man. Here we go, man. Vote Inu. Feg Token, Kendu. You guys have the communities that most projects would wish to have. Even, I'm looking forward to one day XPX having a community of that magnitude. And I know we'll get there. I didn't even think about the flower. Tell me about it, bro. I mean, I'm telling you, I'm such a skeptic. Once I seen it, I was like, oh my God, what the heck? This seems off. I feel like somebody's trying to get me. And my spidey senses went off, I was like, I don't know. This feels like I'm walking like in a dark alley in Chicago again. I feel like something's out to get me. I don't know what it is, but it's shadowy. But shout out to Feg Token. You look at Feg Token's chart, same thing. There's just some serious market caps that we have to break, and I know we will. We break out of these consolidations, up here around 40, 30 million. A lot of people who sold are going to get right back in it, and I want to be here for these communities. I want to be here for Feg Token, for you gorillas. I love you guys, ladies and gents. I want to be here for the Kendu Chads. I think it's a crazy story to be a part of that. You guys went to 200 and something million. I remember covering you guys at 38 million when you guys first started pulling up to the channel. And then we covered Kendu all the way to 200 and something million. And then, I started to pull back and all these things. But I want to be here with you guys on this journey and build this up and be a part of that story. So shout out to the Feg Token Army. Shout out to the Vote Inu. Vote it up there all the time. Shout out to the Kendu Chads completely unhinged. And shout out to all the projects, Speedy, all of you guys that pull up. All the communities that are just resilient and continue to push forward and are actually building for their communities and not just farming them and just trying to find a way to get over on people. I want to make a great spot here on this space. I want to give people a great place to come and invest. If you guys are looking for a great project, a great development team, XPX definitely marks the spot. So I'm going to mark this right here. I'm going to post it in here like that. It's in the chat for you guys, but also in the chat for people who watch these live streams later on. Much love and respect to everybody. Let's go to the X account really quick. Make sure I shield that as well. So like that, it's in the chat for when people watch this later on. Boom. Post this right here. Boom. Just like that. and then we'll have some things out there. So if you guys are rocking with me, you guys are tapped in, do not miss out on what we got going on. We're going to take this thing all the way. Bill payments, crypto payments, stuff for businesses, local businesses, crypto events, Bitcoin conference, Litecoin conference, XRP possible conference, and possible consensus if we rock with the Bitcoin Barbie. And make sure that we show her some love and we can get her over there. In the future, you guys will see XPX on TV. That's the conference that I was at the day before yesterday, and it went absolutely amazing. I shook hands with the owner of this TV station that runs all of these networks. Every single network of all these local networks in Las Vegas are inside of that studio, and everybody has to pay him to do what they're doing. And he's also the guy who has his stuff being broadcasted in multiple other countries. It's not just Las Vegas, everybody. If you notice, it's got the Philippine Times, it's got the Asian Network, LLC, and he's broadcasting to multiple countries. And you guys have my word, man. We're going to get XPX in a lot of different places. Why? Because all these places accept the use of XPX's crypto Visa card. And I actually want to just help people. So if we can get XPX on TV in the Philippines, and we can get some people in the Philippines to create some accounts where we can donate and help out, developing countries and do networking and do it the right way and build together before somebody else do it, I'm all for it. I'm willing to put all the work and all the time that's needed to make it happen. I have a community that supports me. I have investors that support me. I have a team that has my back. And with all of us together, we can really make some special things happen. Let's not worry about how long it takes. Let's just make sure that when you look at the team, when you look at the community, that every time you look, that the work is being done. Every time I've said something, I've done it. Promise made, promise kept, and we're going to keep doing that. So look forward to this exciting month. There's a lot of moving parts happening right now behind the scenes for XPX. I know I told you guys about the Bitcoin conference. If you guys think that I'm not going to over deliver and there's not something on top of what I'm already doing, have you not been paying attention to me? Have you not been paying attention? There's no way I'm going to give you a little bit of alpha and not keep something for myself. There's something special that I'm waiting for that time when that happens to really put the sprinkles on top of this. Okay, so you guys know the alpha going to the Bitcoin conference, but best believe there's some things that I'm saving that are up the sleeves to make sure that we come out with a bang and really leave a lasting impression, not only on those people, but anybody who's just tuning in and watching this stuff. So I want you guys to have a fantastic day and enjoy the rest of your day, the rest of your night. Back the truck up when it comes to XPX. I'm going to get more people to come into XPX. We're going to network. We're going to find out more people that want to be a part of this payment system, and we're going to get it out there. You guys are seeing crazy fire sale prices on a project that's going to go all the way. Thank you guys for pulling up every single project, all the community members. You guys staying in here with me for over 2 hours is absolutely amazing. We put in some overtime for everybody today. Rico, hold all the aces. XPX, we got to, brother. Got to. And especially like somehow the hand was dealt, like I'm going to play it right. You know how if you ever play spades, if any of you guys, and then we'll get out of here. If you guys ever play spades, spades are the trump card. But if you don't know how to, let's say you get that blackout, a lot of people will try to save them a certain way. If spades can be played first, and they allow spades to be played, you'll see people hold on to the cards because they don't know how to play it. But when you have a blackout and you know how to run the cards, if I got, that's what I got. I got the hand was dealt perfectly, and we got everything inside of XPX to go all the way. And best believe, I'm gonna lay every card on the table the right way. We're even gonna get some splits where most people think a jack wouldn't walk or a 10 wouldn't walk, and because we split and we ate up all the other spades, that's even gonna walk. So make sure you guys tap in with us. Much love and respect to all you guys tuning in. Amazing live stream today. Many projects, many community members, and a lot of shorts that are going to be produced later on through this AI tool that I've been using that has got us, just give you that exact number, I think 87,000 I told you guys. Just want to give you guys the exact number. So over 87,000 more views this month because of the shorts. So after this live stream, I'm going to get to work to that. When you guys see the shorts, if you have time, leave a comment. If you don't, no big deal. We'll keep doing this thing together no matter what. So thank you guys for pulling up. Like, comment, and subscribe. If you guys can't do that, continue to come back and experience the abundance of money.